this a girlfriend's or a cousin's house? It's not a front, a F to the R to the O to the N to the T. It's just a boyfriend's at a house. Oh, that's what she's scary. It's OPP, some other people's, but you get it. There's no room for relationships, it's just room to hit it. How many brothers out there know this what I'm getting at? Who think it's wrong cause I was splitting and co-hitting that? Well, if you do, that's OPP and you're not down with it. But if you don't, here's your membership. Get down with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Get down with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Get down with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Who's down with LPP? Every last on me. Get down with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Get down with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Get down with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Who's down with LPP? Well, for the ladies, OPP means something gifted. The first letter the same, but the last is something different. It's the longest, loveliest, lean. I call it the leanest. It's another five-letter word rhyming with cleanest and meanest. I won't get into that. I do it sort of properly. I say the last P, stands for property. Now, lady, here comes a kiss. Blow a kiss back to me. Now tell me exactly, have you ever known a brother who had another like a girl or wife? And you just had to stop a toast cause he looked just that nice? You looked at him, he looked at you, and you knew right away he had someone, but he was gonna be yours anyway. You couldn't be seen with him at all and still you didn't care. Cause in a room behind a door, no.
Today, we're getting into somebody who, in the comments already, there's quite a few comments of people from even my sector. Layla's been around a while. She's a horror. I followed the Summer Wells case a few years ago, and she was a complete asshole then. Seems like she's even worse now. I should have read that in a British accent because she spelled it like arsehole. Might not be able to make the stream, but I'll rewatch tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks, Layla. Always good to see you. We have Polly in the chat. Polly is also excited about this. Court is taking way longer than her other hearings have taken, but the judge recused himself, so they had to wait for another one. Yeah, we're going to be going over that a little bit today. Obviously, I am brand new to this stuff. This is just a research stream. I'm considering making... Also, guys, I'm a whole ass mess right now. I usually look cuter if this is your first time seeing me. But if you are here and you found this stream like a month after I made it, and it's May, June, July of 2025, you should go and look on my channel and see if I've made an official video essay about Bullhorn Betty, because that is the goal here. Right now, we're just researching, we're just learning, bringing people with me through this journey, because it really is crazy to look up her name and just immediately it's boom, 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 bad, 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 bad. Like, universally, this woman, except for her audience, seems to be disliked, even by people that, aside from people that are in the green team, people that think that Sebastian Rogers is that Chris and Katie had something to do with it, which is what I personally believe so far. Not that we don't even have to get into that, but I don't know if they did it or if he just ran away or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm technically on Betty's side, but I'm not on Betty's side. Even people that are on Betty's side are not on Betty's side. Because her behavior is so bad. And even people from my sector, like adjacent, like Flow State, that aren't even in true crime, think that this woman is crazy. And I mean, let's just look at this lady. Don't even think about the name. Okay, I should post my Discord that I'm live right now. Don't even, let's not even take into consideration the name Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty, which just immediately summons the word, like, Bullhorn Betty. If that was a dictionary word and you put that into a thesaurus, the synonyms would be crazy. The synonyms would be fucking delusional. Karen is what, that's just the vibe that I get just from that name. Okay, it's not a good start here. Okay, hold on, let me share this in the Discord really quick. I know there's not going to be a lot of people here. My channel is not a Krama channel. I don't affiliate with any Krama or true crime channels as of yet, at least. So I know that this is not typically what my audience watches. However, we're going to keep diving into it. And then we are going to talk a little bit about Healthy Family Force in the end, because I believe that I can convert you guys. I can convert you guys to get into this fucking true Krama shit is crazy. Live now at everyone. I'm like an evangelical Christian, except instead I'm trying to convert y'all to get into fucking Krama. Okay, so hey Angel, hey Ari Isaacs, hey Courtney, Armani, what's up? Marcus, Polly, JC, Grumpy Optimism. I know, right? And so I have a little edit from today. Oh my bitch. Oh my god. Somebody that knows about 90 Day Fiance. All the plastic. Dude, Darcy and Stacy look fucking nuts. Oh my god, I need to do a video on that too. Molly Go Lightly, I believe is who you're referring to. I definitely see that, Polly. I was noticing actually, because I had just vaguely tuned into one of her shows today. She has that Spock brow going on from getting too much Botox here, and she doesn't have a good injector. I don't know. Or maybe she just has that shape. Maybe she was just born with that. I could be wrong. I could just be judging. But yeah, and the lips. But I don't know, Molly. Sorry. I'm just a fucking bitch. Honestly, I have no reason to be talking shit like that. So this is a Betisha. Bullhorn. What is the Bullhorn bullshit is what other people have been calling. Or no, bullshit Betty. So I'm just gonna give you a little intro. This is what she's been up to today. Okay. This is what she's been up to today. This is her post-court stream because yes, she's in a legal battle right now that we're about to get into.
He failed to show up. He violated my attorney-client privilege, and then he didn't even say boo in court. Nancy Grace, hey, they're coming for you next, baby. Nancy, the prophets are coming for you. They're coming for you. You put hashtag Chris Proudfoot, hashtag Katie Proudfoot. You're going to jail next. Dr. Phil, you're next, buddy. You better be careful there with those hashtags. I'm never going to sign that I violated or did any crimes because I didn't even get a speeding ticket while I was in this county, and I don't even stay in this county. I will not stay in this county. This county is preventing me from moving freely throughout the United States of America, and that's something that I would propose that is a problem. It is a problem. Never mind the anxiety, the PTSD. There's a whole stuff.
The PTSD. So, yeah, that's Betty. You can just get the Karen vibe immediately, but let's actually get into the substance of what I've learned so far. I have a few things saved, and we're basically just going to familiarize ourselves. I can say right now that I am somewhat biased against her, just knowing all of the court stuff and legal woes and long track record of domestic violence, court cases. So I am biased against her a little bit. You know what? Maybe the Betty bullshit army can come in and sway my opinion. I'll put the StreamYard link here. Let's put the StreamYard link in. If anyone wants the link later in the stream, feel free to ask. Let's get into the Reddit, okay? Because basically today I was looking for more information on this woman because I've heard so many things about her, and Queen Bee, who I've been really enjoying watching lately, even though I still don't know how to feel about her either. When I went to her channel and was looking at all of her most popular videos, Bullhorn Betty was the subject of all of them. And her popular videos, they're primarily, I need to mod someone in this chat right now. We don't have any mods here. Let's see. Okay. Polly, we'll make Polly a mod. Polly and I, we used to talk shit to each other, and now you've been nice and It's I'll make quad a mod too. Do. Hi, Quadratic. Welcome in. I haven't seen you in a minute. Okay. So this is Queen B. Dolly Vision calls her Queen Newport. Okay. Queen Newport. She does sound like she smokes it. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. 29K views in 2 hours. Tell me that does not speak to how fucking hated this woman is. Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty hate brings in the views like no other, okay? And I remember when I first found Queen Bee, I looked at her channel. It's a good way to kind of gauge, you know, what her channel's about by going to the popular videos. It's all... Wow, this has the most views of anything she's ever gotten 2 hours ago. It's all Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty updates. More Bullhorn Betty. And then finally you get down to some other stuff. But Bullhorn Betty is still in there. People love to hate this woman. Let's figure out why, okay? Let's figure out why. So I looked her up on Reddit. And I saved all these posts today. Don't judge me for that. That is the pole dancing thing. The pole. Oh, you can't even see it because my face. I might be making a video on this pole dancing family. Okay, so that exploits their kids. So don't fucking judge me. I'm not looking into pole dancing. Not that there's anything wrong with pole dancing. Okay, so I just searched Bullhorn Betty on Reddit. And it seems like these true crime people that hang out on Reddit, they hang out on X, is what I'm gathering. So I need to make a fucking Twitter account. But look how many comments this has, how many opinions people have about this woman. And I don't like to do hearsay, but there really is nothing out there besides, we are going to go over the articles and stuff. But first, let's just get the public opinion going, okay? And her name is public. It's not even just that she doxed herself. Her name is actually public in a lot of news articles and news videos. So don't come for me for that. Bullhorn Betty, a.k.a. Andra Griffin. Bullhorn Betty was handed 3 protective orders today. This was 8 months ago. She was handed 3 protective orders today from Sebastian Rogers' family. There is still 1 PO to go on Monday. She didn't show up to court. Her invisible attorney wasn't there either. Andra can no longer speak about Sebastian or his half-sister. She can't go near the 3 family members, soon 4 family members, which I'm not actually sure if it's true that if someone wants to clarify or come up, I'm not sure. Oh, fuck, my camera's kind of glitching. Guys, my computer is like not handling all of this. If anyone wants to come up and clarify some things, because I'm really confused about that. Because when I was first researching her, we're talking about Bullhorn Betty. Do you guys see this glitching? It's crazy. If you want to donate to my new computer fund, I'm trying to get a desktop computer. I do have a goal going for that. So we can just keep on upping the quality. Any money that I make on YouTube, I reinvest into my streams. But let's take a gander at this. Okay, hold on. Because she still is talking. This is what I'm so confused about. Is that some people say, oh, the protection order is just against, which I think that that's misinformation that the Reddit person commented. Let me close some tabs here. I think that it's misinformation because the judge today said, and this is from watching Cluminati's channel, who was at the courthouse, and the judge specifically said the following. Hold on. I was watching this shit at the gym.
So that at the hearing on 4-2, they allowed it to be heard at the appeals court, but that doesn't stop the process for the violations.
Right.
So they wouldn't fucking have.
Actually, they have a problem.
Where is she, Sarah?
You're right. The judge did.
Here we go. Here it is. Okay. This seems like the most reliable information.
Okay.
So actually, I mean, you're right. The judge did sit there. What's her name? McCormick. Judge McCormick sat there and said, "I'm not going to tell her she can't, but I will say she has the right to do so, but she'll also face the consequences should she step over the line." So there you go.
And then added on,
yeah, if it were
her, she would never utter their names again.
So basically what the judge is saying, this seems like what the protection order is about, is that Betty cannot physically come near Chris and Katie Proudfoot, who are involved. They're the parents of Sebastian Rogers, but she can still talk about Sebastian Rogers. Some people are saying that she can't talk about them, about the Sebastian Rogers case. That isn't true, but the judge does urge her. The judge does say, "Hey there, Betty. You probably shouldn't utter their name." They literally said you should not utter their names ever again if you're smart, because you could easily cross the line, you know? But she's still doing it. And I'm kind of going to hypothesize here as to why she's still doing it. Because if we look at this, all of her content, and this bitch is constantly live. And all of her content is about the Sebastian Rogers case. Almost all. Okay, look, here's a Kimberly Kessler or something. Okay, here's a different one. But it seems like pretty much 90%, especially all of these innocuous titles and stuff, I'm assuming are about Sebastian and the drama surrounding that. So, look, she still has the parents. That's Katie Proudfoot. She still has the parents that have a protective order against her in the thumbnails of her videos. So, I was so confused by this, because I'm just like, why would you still be doing this? And on the one hand, you could say, because this is also the chick who got a tattoo. Hit the like, guys. Fair enough. I forgot that they were going live at this time too. I feel kind of bad for going live at the same time, but this is the only time I have today. So anyways, anywho, we go on to hypothesize. And also, I was going to show you the tattoo. Bullhorn Betty Sebastian Rogers tattoo. So she got a tattoo of this missing child. Okay. A tattoo that is a horrible tattoo. By the way. I would be offended if I was missing and somebody got a tattoo and it looked like this. I'm sorry, but I would be like, dude, this is so atrocious. You should not have gotten it done. You need to get that removed. The color combination is not it. It looks like somebody, like, I don't want to be too disrespectful because, like, the meaning is, like, nice, I guess, but it feels like overcompensation to me on an extreme level. And I think that the reason why she is overcompensating at this level, it almost reveals to me, I'm like, if you're trying this hard to prove to people that you actually care about a kid who, I understand caring about it. You know, when you get involved and you dedicate a lot of time to a case, I understand caring a little bit more, but to the point where you're getting a tattoo of somebody else's child who you don't know. You do not know them personally. In fact, their parents fucking hate you. That seems like extreme overcompensation and obsessive weirdness, in my opinion. I don't like it at all. It honestly, to me, knowing all of those facts, I think that it makes me think that she doesn't care aside from caring about the money. That's what it makes me think. When you overcompensate to that level, I feel like it's because she just cares about the money and she's trying really hard to prove, why do you have to overcompensate that much? Is it because it's so obvious that you're grifting on this child? Because that's my opinion. And you're so desperately doing anything to try and prove to people that you are not grifting on this child. She cares enough to go yell on a bullhorn at bereaved families. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Von Chat, can't stand this talking about it. Welcome in, Tinsel. I haven't seen you here before. Yeah, the tattooing thing is so fucking wild, dude. So, anyways, let's get more into... I guess, should we just first click on a random video just to get the vibe of this woman? And then we will go into... I just have one more thing to say about like covering Sebastian so much, and the reason why I think that it is a motivation of monetary gain. There's a bunch of kids that are missing right now. There's other interesting cases that you can cover. Why are you obsessively into this one? Even to the point where the judge of court today is saying, if I were you, I would never utter any of these people's names again that's affiliated with this case. When there's that much at risk, it's like, move on to somebody else. But it's like, in this community, they know that Sebastian Rogers gets the clips. The clicks. It gets the clicks. It gets the views. It gets the money. Okay? Is she shagging Seth? I actually heard of this being a rumor. And I was like, there's no fucking way. But then when I saw the way that what happened yesterday, did we, what's up, Panelverse? When I saw the way that Seth reacted, because I have not even dove into any of the Seth interviews and stuff yet, but when I saw how mad he got and how much he embarrassed himself just over, Chris Proudfoot dissing on BJ and Betty and the green team or whatever, I was like, dude, he didn't even say anything personal to you. And now you're this triggered and you're saying a bunch of personal insults to Chris, who I do not like Chris or Katie. I think that they know something that we don't. But I was like, damn, dude, you have something personal. He's acting like a guy who is going up to bat for his girl. Just my opinion. I wouldn't put it past him at all. The way that there's like footage of Betty in court and Seth is sitting next to her, and like, that's just, and they're about in like the same league of attractiveness. So I wouldn't be shocked, I would not be shocked. But of course, that's just like hearsay and rumor. But it is fun to speculate on that for sure. It does make you wonder. She messes with active cases and trials with glee. That's what I'm hearing, dude. That's what I'm hearing. Like, there's a reason why everybody on all sides doesn't fucking like this woman. And I think it's because on one side, she makes them look bad. The people that are on her side, right? Look at her I'm sure the deception detective wants nothing to do with her, right? Nobody wants anything. It's just, anyways, let's click on a random video and just see what she's all about. Okay. Let's see. What's one that has a lot of views? This one has 7K views. Hey, MV, welcome in. It's so funny because the intensity of this intro, like, just does not match the... Okay, thank you, Tinsel. I'll look that up in a second here. Heels in the air. Let me start that comment. What you missed, we've just been introducing this crazy lady named Bullhorn Betty, who's a bunch of people. She's in the true crime community, is obsessed with this Sebastian Rogers case, and is basically just dead set on believing that Chris and Katie did something, which are the mom and stepdad of Sebastian Rogers, which I believe too, but she's taken it to a fucking extreme level to where she goes real life. She goes up to people's houses with a bullhorn. She'll drive by and like flip them off and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, at the end of the day, we don't really have any proof. All that we can do is theorize, right? So that's going too far, because at the end of the day, even if we suspect that these people did it, coming in and meddling in their lives, it's just going to garner them more sympathy, right? So, but it's so funny to me, this like super intense intro. And then it's gonna be like heavy metal, hard rock. Yeah, you expect like something crazy to happen. It's hyping everybody up, and then it's just gonna be this old lady coming on stream. Hi guys. All that hype just for this shitty green screen background, bro. But let's watch. She plays this before every stream, is what I've gathered. She does her Sebastian Rogers spiel. So let's go over that. She averages between like 2 and 15K views per stream. She has like 38,000 subscribers. I guess her nickname, Can Hear Betty. I haven't started playing it yet, so here we go. Here's her spiel that she plays. It's like I'm trying to give her a fair shot, but just immediately I'm like, this bitch gives me crazy woman vibes, scary psycho ex-girlfriend. This is I think it's the voice. It's the voice, and it's that she doesn't have any like charisma. It's just Karen-ness, right? Okay, let's keep playing. It's so interesting to me, because the more that I learn about this, oh, you can't hear? Fuck. Sorry, guys. Oh my god. I need a dual screen where I can look at the chat and play this at the same time. I'm sorry. Let's rewind. So I'll play that again then.
Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club.
Deep dive into Sebastian Wayne Drake.
How about now?
We have been covering the case since the early part of March, prior to or the day of the interview of both mom and stepdad. What we learned was there were some questionable statements made. And then we started looking into the parents, which really ruffled the feathers of the mom, more importantly, the stepdad. He felt that if we just took all the drama out of this, there's nothing here to see except a teenage boy that just simply ran away from home. That couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, this mom and stepfather has hired some of the most vile people to assist them in locating their son.
And this is where I paused it initially, because the more that I get into this, and I've said some ignorant things in the very beginning of diving into this sector of true crime and stuff, because the more that I watch, right, and the more that, because I initially agreed with these points when I was brand new, but it's like, you can't use these arguments because Seth is just as bad. He comes off horribly. He also hired a PR person. Seth is the biological dad. And they're on like two separate sides, right? Betty is all on Seth's side and just hates the prophets. And Seth loves Betty for that. But Seth hired this guy like TikTok Tony, who's like this PR guy or something, who people despise and think is horrible at his job. And so, can you make it louder? Can you make her louder? Yeah, let me see if I can do. I don't know if I can do that. I'm sorry. I think it's as loud as possible. But yeah, it's just like that's just such a weak sauce argument, you know? Like let's like get into the actual content and evidence of the case instead of just going against, oh, this person's a bad person, this person's a bad person, because that can be thrown right back at you. None of these people are very good people in this case. They've all made fools of themselves at one point or another. And that's what makes it so controversial in these sides. They get so deep into like green team, dark side, green team, dark side. And it's like they get so deeply rooted into their team because there is some good arguments for both sides when it comes to like talking about the morality and the way that the parents come off. But at the end of the day, I do think it's more feasible that it was felons that were in the house.
Are currently committing crimes to questionable people with questionable pasts, such as substance abuse, where one of their searchers is seen in the woods utilizing substances through a straw.
Here, let me see if this audio is better. Let me make my output this, and then tell me if you can hear this. Ready?
And a dollar bill up that person's nostrils, inhaling whatever it was that he was doing.
Is that any better, Tinsel? Welcome in, Mr. Mercury. Sup, everyone? First time viewer here. Welcome in, man. Echo. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do the laptop audio. Yeah, I'm new. What's your face? Mr. Mercury is new to like this channel. I'm new to Bullhorn Betty. So far, she seems pretty crazy. I'm new to Krama in general. Just trying to research and learn about these people, and then eventually maybe be the one that can make some video essays for people that are new. Because anybody that's new into this community, it's really, really difficult to like find good content that just covers the basis of like who is trustworthy as a reporter and who is not.
You have another content creator that is filthy, which again is just representation of the people that they hire to assist them. And then lastly, one of the main supporters of the mom and stepdad has now 2 new civil actions against her, one for child custody and
one of the main supporters. What does that have to do with anything? That's what you think is important enough to include in your beginning spiel of this? Is it, oh, they hang out with someone who's like a somewhat shady character or has a criminal record? Because it's, dude, this woman is actually dumb. You have a criminal record as well, Betty. You have a criminal record. How are you going to use that against anybody else? There's so much hypocrisy in this. Wow.
Another one for stalking her ex-pregnant girlfriend. So, and then after that.
Oh, wait. Wasn't that why you got a fucking protection order against you, lady? What? Okay, so that's Betty. That's her intro. But let's just go to a random timestamp in her stream, right? And just see like what's going on. Just for a second before we go into the article.
Places. So if I'm in those areas, I have an opportunity to search areas that my audience thought would match what I'm looking for. And the more we get off these 50 and 100 mile radius, I really do believe he's a lot closer to that. Gave us trying to make sure we don't miss anything. I think we need to look at the 100 mile radius as well as the 50 mile radius, but I need to use those to
okay.
Or I got this right. Which one this one was? This one is family of CP comfort
maps.
Why that they found what they were looking for.
I do respect, you know what, and maybe I don't know what it is, but she's not talking about the drama. I'm gonna give her points on that. Is that she's not just one of these like drama people. Oh, Tatum Sage. Thank you for the 10 from Cash App. Thank you, Tatum. That's very kind of you. Oh, in my crazy life, I saw you ping me in the video you did on Granny's watching stuff. I made it members only. I don't like to make stuff members only, but the reason that I did that is because I'm just not proud of that stream at all. I feel like it was way too broad, but I will make it. I'll make it public today if you want to go and watch it today. There's not a lot that I talk about with Granny's watching, but yeah, I'll make that public for you, or I'll clip it or something. It is really interesting just how involved people become. Like, there must be a bunch of teams for various missing people / murder cases, and it's like, man, yeah, I mean, because they're making money off of it. That's part of why. But then I get it. I think it's kind of natural. It's kind of like human nature. But I do think that it is like next level insanity to like be friends or develop close relationships with people that are not suspects, but not ruled out as suspects in this case, right? Like, it is still potential. There's still a potential that they find some new evidence, and like it could be that maybe they find some evidence against Katie, right? And it's like, I know that like Illuminati, this one very big true crime YouTuber, she's like legitimately friends with Chris and Katie Proudfoot, and I'm like, girl, I'm side-eyeing that a little bit of like, that's not very like, what if it does come out that they did something wrong, and then you're I don't know, it's like it's you have to stay neutral, I think, if you're covering crime stuff. And it's the same with Bullhorn Betty. She's like very close to Seth Rogers, it seems, the biological dad. So it's weird, her behavior during the Gabby Petito case and her screaming outside the laundry zone. No, can you send a clip of that, dude? I heard about that, because right now I'm loving people in the chat just pointing me in all different types of directions, because that's what we're trying to gather, is where the good clips are, where the stuff is where I could possibly turn this into a more coherent edited video. So let's see. Tinzel is saying, Tinzel said, because you said this like 20 minutes ago, so let's look this up first. A channel called Heels in the Air. Let's look up Heels in the Air. Okay, so they're doing some good edited content about things. Videos. Heels in the Air. Let's look for the craziest Karen looking lady on the Bullhorn clickbait epic fail. Let's go to her popular. I have a few things saved. Bullhorn Betty releases information. Okay, this is her most popular expos on Bullhorn Betty. Let's see what this is. Yeah, I heard that she acted even more atrocious in like the Summer Wells case. And there's Clue Live still talking about it. (11/14/2022), Bullhorn Betty called the sheriff's department to find out charges for the female occupant in the house where police are searching for Michael Monkey Vaughn. Okay.
Calling the Fayette County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. To ensure your call is routed correctly, please select from the following options. If you know the 4-digit extension, you may enter it now. For court-related questions, please press 9.
So this Bonafide sounds like she's calling the law enforcement. So, we'll see.
Yes, can you provide me what the current charges are for a Stacy Wondra and a Sarah Wondra?
Stacy has not been arrested.
Okay, what is that?
Okay,
I don't understand what the point of this video is.
Is to find out charges on that Sarah.
Now we're celebrating.
BHB called police to find out charges on that Sarah person, and they told her he made
That is false.
to them about putting information also. Wow.
That is false. That is false. That is not true. And I have a very close source that has seen the documents. That is not.
Hey, Brandy.
So it's not a lie. The yard that they're digging up right now, the woman is being charged with not reporting the death of a child.
Oh, honey.
And thank you for putting that out on the internet before our family was informed, because they were trying to protect us, and they're trying to make sure, because there's 2 people involved.
Oh my God.
They're trying.
I don't get it. I'm confused. Am I fucking slow? Am I slow? Is she saying that Bullhorn Betty like released information before they found out that there was like a dead kid in the yard or something?
Trying to tie the case together. So thank you so much for putting that out there before they could tell us. Thank you.
Okay.
You have no idea what you've done to our family right now. You have no idea.
Yes, guys, you heard that correctly. You heard that correctly.
So yeah, this is okay. So yeah, this is kind of what she's known for. Karen De Laguna. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't I'm dude, I'm still learning this whole fucking there are so many like unspoken rules and whatnot and like trauma type adjacent stuff. So chatter girl, keep that in mind. Sorry guys. I don't know. I've been getting in trouble. I've been going into these chats. Like I went into Bullhorn Betty's chat when I was this was about a week ago when I was just kind of trying to figure everyone out, whatever, don't know anything about anybody. I go into her chat and then she's like on this website and there's a ton of ads popping up everywhere. And I said in the comments, like, I've noticed a lot of these Krama YouTubers don't have ad blockers. You should download an ad blocker. Legitimately just trying to help with the suggestion. And then people immediately start going, troll, troll, troll. And they're like, and then they were like getting mad at me because I called Betty, like a Krama YouTuber, which I'm like, I don't even know that her name comes up on all the true Krama channels and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm like, I guess that really, really, really offended people that I called her Krama. Thanks, truth teller. Shout out. What kind of channel name is Bullhorn? That's what I was saying at the very beginning. I'm like, dude, that name makes you sound like a crazy woman. When anything with Bullhorn, right? I'm just imagining those photos that went viral in like 2016 when Trump was elected and all of these liberals, they had protests and they would and there were ones that the really like liberal looking liberals, you know, and the photos of them just going like, what? Like acting like, you know, they just found out that somebody died or something. I imagine that. And I imagine like those crazy, abortion protesters outside Planned Parenthood with like the posters of the fetuses and the bullhorn, because you know the thing that they shout out of, I guess that's called the bullhorn, and that's why she's called Bullhorn Betty, because she's a crazy protester and she's out on these streets and she's an activist, guys. She's an activist. Yeah, I am a liberal. When there's crazy people on both sides. But anyways, okay, what the heck were we about to do? I want to show you some of the, wait, there was somebody else that was pointing me in a direction, and I think I forgot to star it. A bunch of conspiracy truther channels push towards doing true crime around 2019. Her behavior during the Gabby Petito case. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to look up. Her screaming outside of the laundry's home. Let's see if there's footage of that. Yeah, people have not documented this very well unless I'm just not searching optimally. Oh yeah, so this is what I watched at the gym right before I got home. That was pretty informative. I need to find that because I heard the craziest story about what you were talking about, my crazy life.
Secret Service is also.
It was on my I'm gonna pull this up in another tab. It was on the first stream that I did, and I was asking my friend who's like an OG in Krama. I was asking her about Bullhorn Betty, and she told that story specifically. And I think that we should play that on this stream as well, if I can easily find that timestamp.
Involved. They have multiple agencies working this case, but because there's not a lot of talk about it, it's got some of the people who are covering this case. And one of them I'm going to mention by name, Bullhorn Betty, was brought into court and issued numerous protection orders by Chris Proudfoot and his side of the family, Katie, Chris. You have the biological father, Seth Rogers, and you have Sebastian's mom, biological mom. But there's this wild circus atmosphere. And Bullhorn Betty, I don't even like to give her airtime, but I have to now. This has gone way too far. First with Gabby Petito in 2021, Summer Wells, look at little Quentin Simon. That case in Georgia was a cluster. And it was so much of a cluster that the police down in that jurisdiction in Georgia, Chatham County, they had to install no trespassing or no loitering signs on the block. There was a guy who was in hospice in one of the neighboring homes in that case, and they were out there causing a ruckus. It wasn't just her in that one. It was a bunch of people. But she's got a whole long history of bullshit, and I call her Bullshit Betty, not Bullhorn Betty. The reason I call her that is because she's shown her true colors. She's shown her cards. She doesn't care one bit about these victims. She cares about lining her pockets and making money. And I don't watch much of her, but I mean, I had to now go and look now that we see this. It's a disgrace. Ed, I know you got a lot to say. Yep.
CWAG coming back with alts in my chat just to talk more shit is very demonstrable that you don't have a lot going on in your own life. Yeah, I can tell you're a liberal. You tried really hard to seem smart. I heard you had a notepad talking to Joy. What are you playing, Doctor? It's a joke? It's a joke. I know you don't have a very good sense of humor, but it's a fucking bit. The note-taking, it's all a fucking bit. The whole point was to just show how much of a hypocrite and how easily triggered she is. Bye. Okay. Back to this.
Yeah, well, this type of antics gives the true crime community rather a bad name, and she is not helping. She's only hurting. She's getting in the way of law enforcement. She's diverting law enforcement resources to her instead of the investigation. She's causing all kinds of mayhem that got her dragged into court and issued protection orders against. The next step is she's going to get collared and she's going to go in the system.
Right.
Okay. Now she doesn't live in these communities. She travels to these communities and causes this mayhem. Okay. Right. You're not helping. All right. And you're giving us all a bad name. You have no.
I completely agree that she's giving them all a bad name to an extreme level. And it's crazy. These qualified
enforcement background. You have no criminal investigative background. You're not a private investigator. Okay. You call yourself a journalist, according to what I saw on YouTube at the hearing for the restraining orders. This has got to stop.
It's nonsense, because what it does is it takes good people that may want to help or may want to offer help, and it makes people want to just walk away from this thing, because you see the circus that's circulating.
This would be a good intro to a video essay about Betty. But that's like the majority.
In today's video, we're taking a look at what other fellow true crime content creators are saying about Bullhorn Betty. When I saw Duty Ron's video on this, I thought this is going to be a video worth watching, acting up, especially when it comes to missing person cases. And we're not just talking about making some noise. No, she takes it to a whole new level. Her behavior is so disruptive that the parents of a missing child had to file protective orders against her.
Yeah.
Imagine being in such a terrible situation and then needing legal protection from a true crime YouTuber of all people. And the court granted it. But does she respect?
And for a court to grant that, it's not easy to get a W in court like that. It takes a lot of... So let's look at that really quickly, actually. Oh, wait, we wanted to hear the story about her first, though. Hold on. Let me play the clip from from my first stream where my friend tells the story in more detail about Bullhorn Betty. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Look at this. And she has 38.6K subscribers, which for somebody who doesn't watch YouTube streams, like that is not a lot. But for a streamer on YouTube, I don't know.
She's like I said, a lot of these people, as you've seen, when people are like, "Oh, this is fake, this is fake, this is manufactured." Well, how fake? I'm not going to say that some of them hadn't, like maybe about 10% of it. Now, there's people that would totally disagree with me on that, but my opinion is only about 10% of it is manufactured. But I mean, you got to think, how manufactured is it when these people are winding up in court?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And she was, and it was, and I'm so confused, dude, because this court order says it ordered her to stop reporting on that case 6 months ago, and she's still talking about it. And again, we covered that is actually not true. I just learned in this stream that actually she just cannot come near the Proudfoot family. And I guess, you know, there's a loophole where she can still talk about it, but the judge does not advise it. Now, when does my friend tell us the lore of what she did during the Summer Wells case?
What she was ordered, what I heard was that she was ordered, she could not mention his name or something of the sort. Anyway,
streams can you do about kind of this like repetitive, the facts I knew to just a day after day, because it's the Sebastian stuff gets okay. Is that one or types of people? Does anyone know how, like, is this like
talking about it? Why would you quit? You know, you're making all kinds of money off that. People are coming to hear it. They want to talk about it, you know, and then it's just craziness. And I noticed in the chat somebody said this, and it's true. Punky said that she got Sebastian's name tattooed on her after she was told by the courts to stop. Facts. That did happen.
Hold on.
Yes.
Where did she? What location on her body?
That I don't remember. Punky, do you remember? I think it's on her arm. Punky, do you remember where she got that tattoo?
I wonder how big it is.
I've seen it.
That's what she said.
If you put in the search right now, Bullhorn Betty, Sebastian Rogers tattoo, it might bring up something.
Not the proof. There's actually Main, Granny, and Britt. Okay, when the hell did she? Hold on, we're gonna find this timestamp. I might have to rewatch through this thing to figure it out. But she basically tells a story where it was a bunch of true crime YouTubers, but Betty was a part of it. And I can't remember it as well as she told it. But basically, they went to somebody's house, and there's multiple instances of them going to like possible suspect's house. And they literally they projected this onto the side of their house. They made Paw Patrol. They started projecting the show Paw Patrol on the side of these, I don't even know if they were suspects, but these grieving parents' house, because that was the kids' favorite show. And they do shit like that. And it's like, I want to find clips of this though, because like to have actual evidence, because there's so much hearsay and stuff that goes on in these communities, but to have an actual clip and actual evidence of that, like, would be so powerful for so many people that buy into her bullshit, I think. Pro puppy mills? Oh, good lord. Okay. So yeah, let's go through the Reddit here and let's see what people have to say. So I'll start. She is a stain on the Manatee County and, more importantly, a legitimate danger to herself and the community, especially on the road. Manatee County Sheriff's Office website has her 40-plus charges she has earned throughout her criminal career. And somebody linked that somewhere. I saved the comment, but we can actually look through that. I can't remember which Reddit post it was linked in, but and she's been arrested. Let's see. She was just arrested in Montgomery County on a warrant. This is all 8 months ago. I wonder if that has to do. Yeah, and this is what I've picked up on just from her intro, is that she calls people drug addicts and felons, but she is one. She was once caught with MDMA and coke in her pocket and went on to tell the cops she had a problem. So she really shouldn't be knocking addicts. Yeah, I hate that. And like when people bring up other people's criminal records that are, I'm looking embarrassed, I know, on this shit. No, I love it, dude. We need lore masters. I'm new here. Who is Bullhorn Betty? Miss M's welcome. You're gonna have to rewind. Basically, the gist of it, if we just read this comment, pretty much tells you. Bullhorn Betty, aka Andra Griffin, was handed 3 protective orders today from Sebastian Rogers' family. She's a true crime YouTuber, okay? And she basically is almost universally hated, for going way too personal into potential suspects and victims' lives, allegedly, potentially. So, yeah, a lot of people are like, dude, you're making a bad name for all of us. She's currently in a court case with Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot for like harassing and stalking them allegedly. The protection order was granted for a year and she has violated it multiple times allegedly, and that is why there's constant hearings and stuff, and there's a lot of court hearings where it's just like continuances, and you know, it's very drawn out, it's drug out, and yeah. Yeah. Molly Golightly is the one that buddied up with BHB. Okay. That's crazy. I think people who make a lot of true crime shit is super insensitive. I mean, it has to be done the right way. Like, I love watching true crime content, but yeah, some of it is ridiculous. So let's keep reading. Let me move my face to the other side of it. Here we go. Okay. And she's been arrested. Okay. She calls people drug out. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is I hate people that come at people who like have a criminal record, but it's because they were an addict and they're sober now. It's like, man, how are you gonna use that against somebody? I don't know. When they've made that change in their life to not have stuff like that happen again. Another thing I should know, almost every court filing I've seen, she lists herself as indigent and unemployed. I don't think this woman has ever held a job for a reasonable amount of time, which isn't shocking. That's not shocking at all. There exists a body cam video. Ooh, and I have that saved. We should watch that. There exists a body cam video of her and her ex-husband on YouTube where she hid a gun in a ramshackle shed structure outside the home. Speaking of her home, I now know why she has one. In a video, her ex-husband says he purchased with a settlement. Poor guy then made the mistake of marrying her, and now divorced, she has it. Says, who is that? No idea. She's unhinged. She rants and raves like a lunatic. She believes she knows everything and is smarter than everyone. She needs serious mental help and is spiraling downward every day. Oof. Okay, let's see what other posts I have saved here. Bullhorn Betty filed for a protection order on Queen's attorney. And this was 15 days ago, so this is recent news. Another desperate attempt by a so-called advocate. She went from advocating for victims to calling herself a victim. I guess stalking and harassing the family of a missing child is her new calling. That's the only thing she ever does. She calls it helping. Courts granted the family protection orders for a reason, not because Betty is a victim. What does she do days before court? In Sumner County, she filed an anti-SLAPP lawsuit. Even expects, I don't know what anti-SLAPP means. Expects her legal fees reimbursed. I don't know from whom. Surely she's not expecting the mother of a missing child to pay her legal fees. Tomorrow's another day in court. 6 violations of the protective order could land her with a felony and jail time, which people keep hoping for, but she keeps getting out scot-free. I would also like to see her get punished for this. I know, how dare he do this job and trying to get Betty to do deposition, blah, 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 blah. It's only a matter of time till she loses the battle. Betty has main characters now. Okay. Posted a threat on her community page. Ooh, we should read through Betty's community page too. Oh, here we go. So this is her arrest record here. And remember, her name is completely public. It is in news articles. It is in news videos. It is in every court article that I can see about her. Layla, thank you for the 10. That's very kind of you. I'm a victim of sleep. Catch you later. Okay. So this is her court records here. And they've just, it's if you pay attention, and this is what is really most important, because like I said a little bit ago, it's one thing if somebody has a record because they were an addict in recovery or something like that, right? And everything was from a long time ago. I'm not going to judge them as harshly for that. But this stuff is dispersed throughout. It's like it happens once a year for her at this point. Because let's look at these dates: 2023, 2012, 2010, 2009, 2005, 2001, 2000, 1999, 1997, 2022, 2021, 2011, 2007, 2002. What years do we not have? We don't have a 2003 yet. Let's see if we can get a 2003. One for 2003, 1999, 2017, 2016, 2014, 2012, 2012, 2012, 2012, 2006, 2006, 2005, 2000. Oh, we got it 2003. We got it 2003, guys. 2001, 2001, 2001, 2000, 2000, 2000, 1999, 1997, 1996, 1995. Ooh. So this is like an ongoing issue. And then she said, you know what? She said, you know what? With all of my experience being a criminal throughout the years, I think I should start making true crime content. That's like Ethan Ralph's reasoning when when we were on the Lynx panel, and he was like, well, you know, I've been guilty for revenge porn, and Lynx is a victim of revenge porn, and so we got two different sides, and I think that this makes this a better panel, right? It makes me more qualified to talk about it since I've done it. I don't think that's how that works. Anti-SLAPP is a legal action designed to protect individuals from strategic lawsuits. What's up, Hurricane Paro? Strategic lawsuits against public participation. SLAPP suits are filed with the goal of silencing / intimidating people. Thank you. I still only half understand what that means now, but because, okay, against public participation. So it's like, okay, so it's telling people basically shut up and stop talking about me. Against public participation. Okay. Criminal to creator pipeline is real. I'm noticing that is a big thing. And I guess part of it is because, like, a lot of these people, if they do have, like, felony records and stuff, they can't get a job, so they'll do the self-employed thing. It's like anybody can start doing YouTube, right? They don't do criminal background checks. But it is interesting that a lot of them specifically do, maybe not a lot, I actually don't know. But there's a few that I'm aware of that do have records that have gone specifically into true crime or trauma or whatever you want to call it, right? And, like, I wonder if maybe that's a thing of them with some people, just some, like, maybe wanting to feel better about themselves, or is it they're like, oh, well, I'm not this bad of a criminal? I don't know. This is just fucking crazy. Okay, so there's small claims, misdemeanor, circuit civil, domestic relations. Okay, that's from 2001, 1999. But then she has another domestic relations from 2021, 2002. Felony from 2012. What is that about? Does it give any? It's crazy how easy it is to access this stuff. Oh god, wait, I don't want to be okay, let's not do this on stream. I don't know if there actually is information in there that's not out on her. I don't want to get in trouble. But we will be going off those off stream. It's let me present. Let's go back to Reddit here. Okay. So this is the post. If you want to look into this, I guess this YouTube tragedy pimps. It's all public record. Her name is public. There's not any issue with going into this. If you look up that post, there's a link. And now this one I haven't watched yet, but I saw the word meltdown and I was like, yeah, we're saving this and we're watching this. So let's see if this is anything good here. And I heard that she has an issue with signs because that's kind of what's happening right now. That's what stemmed this whole ordeal with the Chris Proudfoot coming out and being all pissed and calling Brittany J a fat bitch and whatever. And then Seth comes out and is talking about suck on my balls, all this stuff. And they're beefing now. And this all stemmed because of billboards that I believe is, I don't know if someone in the chat can fill me in, if Bullhorn Betty is behind these billboards that basically like very highly insinuate that there was foul play involved and that like the parents had something to do with it on these billboards for spreading awareness about Sebastian Rogers being missing, instead of just saying like Sebastian Rogers missing child, call this number. It like has these like weird phrases on it and stuff. And then, so I guess Chris Proudfoot got mad about that. I don't know if it's directly Betty behind that, but I heard that she said that if they stop this billboard campaign, she is going to fundraise and put these billboards up again herself. So I think she might be the one behind that, or at least is supporting it. So it seems like a trend because this is 2 years ago. This video is from 2 years ago. So it seems like a lot of people have problems with the signage that she's putting up and stuff. Which is crazy because how are you going to make it so that people have a problem with a billboard that you're putting up for a missing child? How difficult is that to mess up, right? Like that is inherently a good, admirable thing to do. And then you still get people to like get pissed at you and hate you for it. Let's see what this is.
An officer needs to come out here and manage the traffic that comes out here. But we're out here, there's kids out here. This is a safety issue. And you guys,
this audio is very bad, okay? This audio is very bad. There's some echo. That's from the video. It's not on my end.
They're not doing the bare minimal to keep everyone safe out here. There's people driving up and down this road like crazy. We got children on the side of the road that are exercising their constitutional rights, and you're allowing these people to drive like bats out of hell. Fear injury that could potentially injure one of these children and kill them. I know you guys don't really care about baby killers in this county, but you know we'd like to keep the ones that we want to keep alive.
Oh, she's such a petty Karen, dude. Like I don't think I've ever come across somebody more unlikable.
Alive, you know. So that's just called. Okay. And the way Cheatham County works. Oh, so you do have them. You lied to the court. Yeah, look. These are signs that call the law. Call the law because they lied. They lied. Call the law. Guys, call the law because they lied. They lied to law enforcement.
You know who she reminds me of? You know who she reminds me of? Let me show you real quick. Is fucking this guy. She reminds me of like these people. Oh my god, my shit is so slow. This guy with the these crazy like protesters. I know you can't hear the audio. These crazy like, hey Salty, welcome in. These crazy like protester people like this guy Kelly. That's like, look at he's all decked out and he has all these flags and these poles that he carries around in his car. Oh shit, wait, it's the wrong tab. And he brings his bullhorn with him everywhere in the trunk of his car, and he just enjoys. He's addicted to protesting. Like he enjoys the back and forth and like yelling at people and feeling righteous. Oh, and she is a Trump tart. Oh god. She's so petty. She's so petty. How hard could you have possibly worked on these signs in the first place? I love Channel 5. Dude, he's from, I actually bought the Dear Kelly movie. He's from Seattle. And I remember I went to a random bar one time. Oh shit, the sound is still off. Fuck. I went to a random bar this one time and his dad was my bartender. He was wearing like Channel 5 merch and we were like, ooh, we love Channel 5. And then he was like, oh yeah, that's my son. I was like, what?
But yet they brought them out of their house and put them right in their front yard. Don't worry, I want law enforcement to come get me my damn signs. They have them, and I want them back. They lied to me.
It's really hard because she's so unlikable, and it's kind of hard to differentiate of like, okay, is this just because you're unlikable and kind of like she's still muted? Why can you guys not hear it? Thanks, Ava. Your yawn made me yawn. Sorry. Okay, can you hear it now? Let me know, guys.
My signs, but yet they brought them out. Shit. And they lied. They said that they disposed of my signs, but yet they brought them out of their house and put them right in their front yard.
We hearing it now? Okay. Okay, good stuff.
But don't worry, I want law enforcement to come get me my damn signs. They have them, and I want them back. They lied to you, law enforcement, again. Not surprising, right? Use that. Use that against them. Their constant habitual lying to law enforcement.
Right? Great job. I will say the one thing in the Krama community where I'm like, oh god, is these people. Her voice is not really like that. No, there's some kind of filter on it. These people, guys, hit the fucking like, guys. I know there's 3 of you that haven't. But what the fuck was I about to say? Now I can't remember. Oh yeah, and they get so Karen-y about language, and I get it. It's like kind of vulgar and grating, but I don't know. In my generation, it's just so common, or like the people that I hang out around, is so normal to me. I'm like, oh my god, get the people that are like just get so upset about cussing and stuff is. But yeah, in front of kids, you should not be doing that.
They steal from literally everyone. Their signs are up and built. Yeah, I know they are. We're getting law enforcement back out here. I'm getting my fucking signs. Give me my damn signs. We got a thieving cut.
Dang! Thieving. See you next Tuesday. CUNT in front of the fucking. There's like a 5-year-old kid. There's like a 5-year-old kid there, Betty. And then you're gonna. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And they're taunting us for their own signs. How does that make you feel? Well, let them have a sign. That's what we wanted them for. That's what they're for. To be shown. We want them to show them. All they did is put them back out for us. We could have got them that close.
There's so much anger and like lack of humor. I don't know, man. And what is this?
Right there. You tell her to return my fucking signs to me. Let me talk. Tell your bitch to give me my fucking signs. Don't for real about that shit. Nasty. Fucking gross. I can't believe anybody would lay down with you.
Now, I would like to know whose house she is butthurt, Betty. Whose house is she in front of right now? Does anybody know? Was anybody around when this happened? Because I would like to know if the house that she's in front of, if they're actually guilty or if they ended up being innocent. Yeah, why would somebody bring I only cuss in front of kids? To be fair, why would someone bring kids there? Yeah, I don't... What?
Have you been tested for STDs or AIDS? I mean, how many men did you go through before to have those 3 kids? 3 kids with 3 separate
Yeah,
dads.
don't bring your kids around Betty, man. And she's talking that internet smack right now. Like, I'll be talking that smack. Like, I mean, I don't even think I've ever said anything that vile to anybody online of like, because listen to this.
Fucking gross. I can't believe anybody would lay down with you. Have you been tested for STDs or AIDS? I mean, how many men did you go through before to have those 3 kids?
How many men did you go through to have those 3 kids? Have you been tested for STD or AIDS? I think I may have talked shit like that once online, but in person, I don't think I could ever. I wish I could find their old wish list they were grifting for this trip. It had shit like secret recording spy pen. Why do you need to secretly record? You're on a public street. Dude, what? Okay, Alan Lamb. Whose house are they in front of? Did these people end up being guilty? Is there anywhere else I can like look up? This is pretty gold right now. It's cheesy wheezy. These names are so funny to me. Cheesy wheezy person seems like they might have some good compilations. See, that's a situation right there where a spy pen would be warranted. I'll say that. Her and Dolly ran the dying neighbor out of their house. Man, Dolly was it. Bro, I hate hearing disappointing stuff about Dolly because Dolly is actually quite a likable person. And I feel like I finally found a voice of reason when I was watching his stream the other day. He kind of does give I can see that, especially from the other things that I've heard. But he's a good streamer. And it seems like he tries to be, he's taught me about, I'm like, okay, that's how it's like, he does carry himself very intelligently within this community, I think. The way that he doesn't, sometimes I can be like too mean or come in people or just too impulsive about the things that I say and the conclusions that I come to before I'm actually fully informed and then make myself look like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, he's good at, that's Dolly in the video with her? No way! Bro!
3 kids with 3 separate dads. You must be proud. Go open your legs a little more, little girl. Oh, that's nasty bitch. That's silly. Let's make a change. La, la, la. So, anyway. Oh, I'm about to die here. That's what we're dealing with in Chatham County, folks. That's what we're dealing with in Chatham County.
Hold on. We got to click on this. I gotta read the description. Hold on. Let me reshare the screen here. Okay. Because let's see if we can get some context to this. Just the copyright disclaimer. I don't give any fucking context! What is the context? Imagine calling Ellie because someone removed signs placed on a public easement. Whose house was she at? Because, dude, this is some shit I'm like, would love to include this in, like, a formal video about her if I could. what happened to innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that it's like, it's one thing if you're coming at somebody's, I mean, it's still like very extra, and it's obviously like you're just doing this for like money and street cred. But like, if someone is proven guilty, or like it's like so clear that they did it and they just haven't like officially gone to jail yet, I'm like, okay, maybe I could stand by this. This girl that lived, thank you, Polly. This girl that lived in this house was guilty. She killed her baby. Okay. And killed her baby and threw him in the dumpster. He was found in the landfill. Jesus Christ. But the girl was put partying during the search for the baby. Oh, Leilani Simon. So she was in front of Leilani Simon. Okay. Thank you, Alan and Polly. Dang, see, that makes her look a little bit better in this situation then. That does take away some of how crazy this behavior is. Because she got lucky. She got lucky that it was proven. And so then I think now she applies that logic to, oh, well, I've gotten away with this in the past. I've gotten lucky in the past harassing these people who have been found guilty, and I have been confident that they've been found guilty. So therefore, it'll always work out for me. It's like, I don't know, it's like I can have more sympathy for it, right? It's like the same situation of where if somebody is caught stealing like bread from a grocery store and they're poor, like I don't feel as bad. But if somebody is stealing from a grocery store and they're rich and they're just stealing for it, then it's like, okay, there's like not even... It's like kind of a bad analogy, but like, because it's like, yeah, now you're gonna apply this to other people who have not gone through a court of law and are not proven guilty or innocent, but are not proven guilty, and you're gonna go do this to other people and think that it's okay when it's not.
Safe in this county. This is a stain on this county. Fire your county commissioners. Fire all of them.
I can imagine the cops doing rock, paper, scissors. Even guilty. Yeah, I guess I just have less sympathy for people that killed their fucking baby, man. But I'm like, yeah, I don't. If there's other people there, I mean, I get the sentiment. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, technically, you're right. You're right. Yeah. It quite legitimate. It literally is like gang stalking. I mean, you're coming in with your fucking gang. Dolly and the crew. Very quite contrary. But the other innocent family member, that's what I was about to say too. The other innocent family members that were in the house were being harassed right along with Leilani while they were grieving. She has no line. That's the problem. You can protest without getting nasty. Oh my God. Dude, why did he get arrested? What was because I'm like, I get that this is public nuisance, public disturbance. Or did he like break a window or something? Let's keep watching this. Hold on.
Oh, fuck you! It's the work of pressure.
And another good point against this is that it's like the court, if you're so confident that somebody is guilty to the point where you're doing this, the court will give them justice, right? They're going to go rot in jail for the rest of their life or get the death penalty if you are this confident that they're guilty. It's like the legal system will take care of it. You don't need to come in and do your own little fuck you, bitch. Like what is that really doing? What is that doing for anybody?
And what are they?
You're just getting your own like anger out about the fact that you're this weird loser.
Chief of police agrees with it or not, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's our constitutional right. But he's got his officers not helping people out here because he doesn't like them. He'd rather squeeze us. But that's okay. I don't care. I want to get some more signs, you fucking piece of shit, chief of police. you know what I want you to do? I want you to start blowing up the chief of the police station, the police department's phone until an officer comes out here and gets my signs back. If they don't like it, too fucking bad. Like literally, we have 3,000 people in the chat, and they can send an officer out here. So whatever the number is, it was posted in the chat. Somebody post the number for the Chatham County Police Department and tell them to get somebody out here. We need somebody out here.
I feel like this is about to bite her in the ass. Is it because the cops? She's so adamant about the cops coming to get the signs that like that's why Dolly ends up getting arrested? Because that would be so fucking hilarious. Wow. Okay. My friend's dad killed someone, buried her, and dug her up and only got 7 years? How? That's disappointing.
Right. Get over here. Bet you somebody got hit out here, it'd take an hour for law enforcement to get out here. They'd probably
Let's see what else this person has on BHB. Oh, they got a lot. Oh, yes. Oh, we hit a gold mine. We hit a gold mine. We hit a gold mine, everybody. What was going on at Molly Golightly's mom's house? Did MGL tell Dolly and Betty's secret? Oh, is that in regards to them hanging out? Bullhorn Betty finally responds to Savage Life. Bullhorn Betty drinking. Oh god, I have to click on that one. You know, I can't resist. I can't resist this bottom of the barrel shit. Let's see. Drinking and YouTubing. I can't lie. I've been there myself. I cannot lie. Okay. Oh my god, what?
What's happening with my drinking? Moscato, Barefoot Moscato, best tasting wine ever. I've had just one glass of wine. I'm on my second glass of wine now. No, I did not drink all this in one night. This is 2 nights ago. I got into the wine 2 nights ago. This is to my rear end off. This.
She was sleeping when she started a second live stream.
I gotta say,
Down.
I'm not even.
Okay, this is
When you're not able to control that vehicle, yeah, that's a crime.
No, it's a crime when you go over the legal limit.
Why did I go to the bar? Why did I have a rum and coke? Could I have had a rum and coke here?
Okay, that's a nothing burger. See, so many of these, I'm like, why is that the most popular, one of the most popular videos on this? Cops called, no trespassing posted. Bullhorn Betty is having a bad day. Bullhorn Betty is triggered by a piece of bread. Bullhorn Betty trying to taunt the police. To advocate for phones and... Okay, spewing crap. Let's see this. Because I more want to see, like, the actual foolproof stuff that shows that she is more of a menace than an actual help to people. See if that's actually true. Blowhorn Betty. Blowhorn Betty. Oh, God. Dude, the name is so memeable. It's... Okay, let's see. Making stuff up because they crossed her. Okay.
You're not only that.
This is the real issue that people have, not with her like drinking on stream and whatever. Like the real issue that people claim to have is the misinformation and the fact that she's just, her eyes are amazing too. You think what, you're into Bullhorn Betty?
but you clearly don't like white people. So whatever
Bro, you could probably bag her.
place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there, because you're gonna have problems the rest of your life with that kind of attitude.
What? Wait, what?
You're not only that, but you clearly don't like white people. So whatever place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there, because you're gonna have problems the rest of your life with that kind of attitude.
Oh my god, not her being a white little victim. Oh my god.
When people refer to somebody as a Karen, what is that? A middle-aged white woman, right? That really is.
Oh no! No way! 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 This reminds me of this prank that like this comedian, they went up on stage and they pretended that they were like that they were a marginalized person because they were a tattooed woman. And they're like, I'm a tattooed woman and I get judged for it. It's like the same with like just the ridiculousness of it. Is she about to say that it's racist to call someone a Karen? There's no way that that's argument.
What is a Karen? What is a Karen? When people refer to somebody as a Karen, what is that? A middle-aged white woman, right? That really is what she was implying. And what did she say? I hate you, Karens. So you hate middle-aged white women.
No, Betty. There's a reason that you are the subject of this video and not the millions of other middle-aged white women in the world, because it is not. There's maybe like, you know, I'd say she's really the only Karen that I've found so far in this sector that I would very blatantly call a Karen. And pretty much everybody in this sector is middle-aged white women.
That is what she said. I hate you, Karens. So you hate middle-aged white women.
She's like, she doesn't realize that this is making her look like more of a Karen. The two uncles and stepdad had nothing to do with anything, and the other family members were staying in the house. Ooh, we having a debate in the comments section here. The other family members that were staying in the house while they were out there protesting. If anybody wants to come up and add their 2 cents, they're welcome. I'm going to end this in a second. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that, but I try not to come for other people's appearances. I really try. I don't always succeed, but I try.
That is what she said. That is a racist comment. Now, if I would say
racist comment. It's a racist comment to call me a Karen. So the most Karen response that you can possibly have to being called a Karen. You just verify.
Like and I gotta be careful because they're gonna clip channels are gonna clip portions of this. But if I would said I hate middle-aged black women, right?
If I make a video on her, that's gonna be my intro right there. That's gonna be my intro. We gotta save this to the Discord right now. Hold on. We're putting everything in the True Crama log. The True Crama archive. I have a bunch of archives on my server. Let me put the invite link in the chat really quick, because I have a Healthy Family Force archive, a Thorpe archive that go back an incredible amount. But we are just now starting a True Crama archive, primarily focused on Bullhorn Betty as of now. And if you would like to contribute to any of that, you can join the Discord. And we have Get Crack with 20 gifted memberships. Thank you, Get Crack. Always appreciated. So let's see who, guys, say thank you to Get Crack in the comments if you got a membership here. Let's see who got them. You got Polly, EAE. Hell yeah. Oh, Alan Lamb got one. Nice. You Get Crack. Your crack is in the mail. Oh my god. He's like, score. I can't believe nobody. Get Crack has been in these chats for like almost as long as I've been around, and I've not had anybody make that joke yet. Ava is built for BBC. Thanks. Okay, let's see if there's any. Oh wait, okay. I just pasted that in the archive. Okay, let's keep watching this. Damn, this stream is going longer than I intended, but this rabbit hole is so deep, man.
It would be all over the internet as me being a racist. So why is it okay for her to make racist comments, but not for anybody else? What's good for the goose and all? You know, I would never do that. I don't eat raw precious.
I'm pretty sure I can gift. I'm pretty sure that I can gift them. Actually, too. I think that they made a thing where creators can gift like 10 memberships a month or something. Let me see if I can do that right now. Quick intervention here. Hold on. If I click on this, I'm clicked on my stream. Now what do I click here? Oh my god, my shit is so slow. Here we go. Oh, I can do emojis. Membership gifting. Oh yes. Oh yes, I just did it. I just gifted 5. Who got that? Nary? Oh hell yeah. RK, Morningstar, Triggerman, and Nikki. I ain't never seen Nikki before. Green-Eyed Lady, Tyrone Church, Montero. Okay, let's get back to this. Sorry, Paul.
I was just waiting so I could ask a question, but he confronted me.
Because you're done. Goodbye.
No, I had another question.
Well, I'm not going to answer.
You're not going to answer?
I have to help you. You can call customer service.
Yeah.
So fucking rude. I can't stand when y'all come in here and act like y'all can talk to anybody.
I've said
Can
very
you
little.
leave?
I've said very little.
Can you leave? She's acting nice. I've been nice to y'all all day on the phone. Can you leave?
You've never talked to me on the phone.
Are you the homeowner?
I'm one of the homeowners.
Can you leave?
I can in a second.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Not at all.
If you want.
You know, I mean, there was a time when you guys have seen a video of me triggered, you know, where I was with a group of people, and it was a triggering video. And we were told that he would say white powder, and that's not what he said. And so I got caught up in this whole twisted thing because we were trying to trigger somebody that was like a major fail. I've never spoken to that person since, nor will I, because that wasn't what was agreed to. And it was a triggering thing. It was kind of a mocking type of video that I had gotten caught up into. But either way, if I probably wasn't intoxicated, I probably would never have agreed to it to begin with. So that was all my bad. I have to own that. But what I can say is I've never spoken to the people. Well, I've spoken to one of the people, but not that person again. But you know what? I got careened for an accident, for a mistake for somebody else's conduct. But this.
Yeah, I don't care. Now please go back and look at my hand gestures. You will see she's full of shit. Let's look at more BS.
It'll probably be a little harder for you to leave that store, is all I'm saying. We're not talking about, you know, a little match.
A lot of this, dude, this is the issue with like these channels and stuff, is that a lot of it is just petty stuff that is when are you going on Blacked? I don't know what you mean. A lot of this is just petty bullshit, you know? Do you guys think Betty would talk to me? Bedbug Betty? Oh my god. It's like, I want to see the real substance of, like, the actual bad things that she's done that, like, everybody could hear and agree upon. So far, I'm like, yes, she's a Karen. Well, let's look into the legal thing right now. Let's do that. Let's pivot to something more serious, since that's what we're looking for. So, let's look at this Court TV article here. YouTuber Bullhorn Betty must stay away from Sebastian Rogers' family, judge rules. So, this was about 8 months ago. Sebastian Rogers disappeared overnight from Hendersonville, Tennessee on February 26th and has not been seen or heard from since. For months, police have said there was no sign of foul play, but they have not found any clues to lead them to the missing teen. Roger's biological parents are divorced, and he disappeared from the home he shared with his mother and stepfather, Katie and Chris Proudfoot, as well as Chris's other children. Police say Katie and Chris, as well as Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers, have been cooperating. Katie and Chris, along with Chris's parents, have accused YouTube content creator Andrew Griffin, aka Bullhorn Betty, of stalking and harassing them. At a hearing on Thursday, Sumner County General Sessions Judge Rogers Blanton upheld orders of protection for all 4 adults and Chris's minor children. Griffin, who testified at the hearing, identified herself as an investigative reporter and submitted to the court a homemade media ID that she had created to wear while out recording in court documents. Griffin is accused of approaching the family across multiple states and encouraging her followers online to harass the family. Dude, I wish that we could see the clips that they played in court. Hey! Ava's #1 Gooter in the house. What's up, my man? What's up? This fool, he went through I love this photo from one of my Instagram stories is here. Oh, 5 Iron. She has a rap sheet. Yeah, we did look through the rap sheet. We looked through the rap sheet. Are you from Krama, 5 Iron? I need to respond to your DM. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking bad at responding to messages. Even if it's like actually important stuff. But let's see. Okay. So she's approaching the family across multiple states. And see, I want to see the clip that they showed in court because they're legit. There has to be evidence of this. If they granted the protection order, encouraging her followers online to harass the family. I'm like, I don't know why all of these Krama channels, I wish that they just had it. Damn, I'm glitching so much. They just had that, and like anytime they talk about her, they just pull up that clip, right? And just had those clips on standby like Ruby does with the Thorpes. Chris's attorney showed a compilation of Griffin's videos during the hearing. Can I get access to this? What if I email the attorney? He's not going to message me back. I'm so unimportant. But I might still have to try. Which featured her asking followers to get her information about the Proudfoots. In one, she appeared to threaten the family. I've been very calm, very courteous, Griffin said in one clip. I was trying to do my job without making a ruckus. But if you want to push me, honey, I'll come out with a whole pile of ruckus you guys won't even know what to do with, and your law enforcement will not be able to stop. When she was asked to clarify what that meant, Griffin said she simply meant that she holds all of her protests on public property. I guess I could see that, but I could also see how it could be interpreted to mean something else. Like, you can through Freedom of Information Act. Definitely not from Krama. Damn, so how do you know about Bullhorn, Betty? Because I guess she's kind of been affiliated with other... She was on, like Flow State knows her somehow. Griffin's attorney, Terry Frizzle, told the judge, what I saw here is offensive to me, but I believe Miss Griffin has the right to make those statements as an American citizen. Judge Blanton disagreed, saying somewhere along the line, this turned into not a pursuit to find Sebastian, it turned into a personal vendetta. Dude, those clips have got to be some powerful stuff. For a judge to straight up say it turned into a personal vendetta, while Griffin professed to have come to Tennessee from her home in Florida to assist. There's very little testimony by you of what you've done other than harass the victims. Shit, man. Because it's like there is no... I'm friends with people that are in Krama. Okay. There is literally no better evidence against the credibility of someone than if a literal judge comes out and says it. Because I've seen that sentiment said by a lot of people, but it's like, okay, now it's verified. As part of the protection order, Griffin is not allowed to have any contact with the families and must complete a firearms declaration. The judge also made explicitly clear she is not to discuss the family on social media. Okay, what? Okay, now we're getting conflicting information here. And I'm wondering if this article actually has some inaccuracies. Because from what Cluminati said today, she said that the judge said that they highly recommend she doesn't talk about the case anymore, and that it would be smart not to, and that the judge personally wouldn't do it, but that she does have freedom of speech. Just contact the courts through email and they will give it to you. Wow. Okay. Loss of 0 employees right now. Yeah, that might delay. Okay, we're gonna have to, yeah, really want to see that compilation. And angry. So this is just interesting. The judge made it explicitly clear that she is not to discuss the family on social media, but she's still doing that and is getting away with it. So I think that might be inaccurate in this article. An angry Seth Rogers stormed out of the hearing after the order of protection was granted. Why? Why is Seth so mad? Is my question. Big Blue. Okay. I mean, yeah, I want the Big Blue. I want the footage of whatever was shown in court where Bullhorn Betty is like asking her followers to get info about the Proudfoots, where she appeared to threaten the family, and like the footage of her like driving by the family and stuff like that and just harassing them. But why is Seth so angry? He stormed out of the hearing after the order of protection was granted. He spoke to cameras outside of the courtroom where he blasted the judge's decision as a blow to free speech. You're not allowed to sit there and ask questions, as somebody would say, the hard questions, and get an answer. So does Seth think that the Proudfoots did it then? Seth, who is a supporter, I gotta stop asking questions before I finish reading. Seth, who is also a supporter of Griffin, said he remains suspicious of his ex and her family. They haven't shed a single tear for my son being missing. They haven't looked, and they're doing everything they can to stop my son from being found. And if that doesn't scream guilt, then I don't know what does. I'd like to see evidence of that. I would like to see evidence of that. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But it's also like, I don't understand why you're so upset about Bullhorn. I guess because it's because it derails the validity of that whole side of things. Because Betty is on the side of thinking that the Proudfoots had something to do with it. And so if she was granted the protection order, it makes them look like they're guilty and doing something wrong. But it's like, you should be mad at Betty for that. You should be mad at her for taking it to the next level. Yeah, if you post them on my Discord, Big Blue, that would be great. And then let's see. I think I have one more thing on my Discord here from when I was posting some links about Bullhorn Betty. Okay. So this one is titled, Bullhorn Betty has officially become unhinged.
And intimidating her. Can you believe that? That man lied, slapped to the judge's face today, and actually said that I am harassing and intimidating her. Like, I don't even say Whale Lips' freaking name, right? I think she's a dirty ass, trashy ghetto bitch from the fucking ghetto. She's on the 8 Mile. Like her mommy and her aunt, they didn't even like her so much they died. They died to get away from her sorry ass. You know what I'm saying? And based upon her mom and her aunt's life expectancy, I don't expect Big Whale Lips to make it too much longer. Hey, Whale Lips, you're on borrowed time, right? Look at your family history. Don't worry. When it's your time, I'll make sure I piss on your grave. Just saying. Just saying.
Damn! Wait, what?
Aunt's life expectancy. I don't expect big whale lips. Her mommy and her aunt, they didn't even like her so much. They died. They died to get away from her sorry ass. You know what I'm saying? And based upon her mom and her aunt's life expectancy, I don't expect big whale lips to make it too much longer. Hey, whale lips, you know you're on borrowed time, right? Look at your family history. Don't worry. When it's your time, I'll make sure I piss on your grave. Just say.
Who is she talking about? Who is she talking about? Did I miss that? I was monitoring.
And actually said that I am harassing and intimidating her. Like, I don't even say Whale Lips' freaking name, right? I think she's a dirty ass, trashy ghetto bitch.
Who is Whale Lips? Is that another creator? She reminds me of Breezy Brook. Dude. I've been aware of Breezy Brook for a while, man. Yeah, that weird kind of like narcissistic, like holier than thou, I'm smarter than you, nose up in the air. Arrogant vibe. I get what you're saying. But if anyone in the chat knows who in the flip she's talking about, Big Whale. I have a few names in mind. I don't want to say the names. But there's a few whale-like people that I'm imagining she could be talking about.
From the fucking ghetto. She's on the 8 Mile. Like her mommy and her aunt, they didn't even like her so much. They died. They died to get away from her sorry ass.
That is crossing the fucking line, man. Okay, can I just add? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. No shade, okay? You're just a bigger lady. Is she talking about Cluminati? Is she talking about Cluminati?
You know what I'm saying? And based upon her mom and her aunt's life expectancy, I don't expect big whale lips to make it too much longer. Hey, whale lips, you know you're on borrowed time, right?
If someone called me big whale lips, I would actually be flattered. Be like, you think I have big juicy lips? Is it big whale or big whale lips? Because that makes it very different. Big whale is offensive, but big whale lips is a compliment. I know. In this lip filler generation.
History. Don't worry. When it's your time, I'll make sure I piss on your grave. Just saying.
Damn,
Just
woman.
saying.
Damn, and was that a short? Did she make that into a
Are you
short?
asking BHB actually brought the initial suit out? It was denied. Then she went back and filed it again. In my understanding, it has been going on for more than a year. You're right. It has been going on more than a year.
Bro, these white ladies and their goddamn lawsuits, man. You are literally the stereotypical definition of a fucking Karen.
It's been going on more than a year because our attorney was fighting me every
How many
everything
lawsuits are
to the
you
nail. He's trying to
in?
limit the claims against his stupid ass client that can't keep her fuck box shut, right?
Her fuck box. Damn.
She's got to be such a bully, and you know what? At the end of the day, it's her coping mechanism because she's got freaking abandonment issues. And so the only way she can possibly deal with life is making herself feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof, like she's got control over everyone and everything. It's a coping mechanism. It's a
Okay, that sounds like projection. Honey bun. Lawsuit. That sounds like some hardcore projection, though. She reminds me of like a mix of like Joy and Brooke, and then just like a PTA mom, all together.
behavioral issue. She's lost her mother. She lost her aunt. That's how she's got that house. You know, she's got some trauma. And she takes that shit out on everybody else because she can't handle life. She's got to feel important. She's got to feel like she can control this perfect stranger. She's sick in the head and people don't realize it. She's got some major problems. Mental.
You know what I should do? Is I should clip this. Camera, stop glitching. There we go. I should clip that and then like just have her narrating as I give a biographical summary of who is Bullhorn Betty, and then just play her own audio right there. And just have her describe herself. I'll give the, you know, I'll give the age, the name, the context, and I'll say, but what is she like psychologically? And then I'll just play this clip.
Problems, in my opinion, because of the childhood trauma, right? So it's like, you know, the lady's messed up. Okay, she's messed up. And at the end of the day, they're like, oh, what's Betty's mental health? Don't worry about my mental health. I'm not the one obsessing over another woman I don't know. She's the one doing that. She's the one that has to feel like she can control literally a stranger. I just want to put that in perspective for you. She's trying to control where I go and what I do. The lady don't know me. Okay, can you imagine if somebody was in your life that didn't know you, that would literally call the cops on you everywhere you go? Can you imagine living like that?
I would have sympathy if she wasn't doing that herself to other people. It seems.
And you guys watch this happen over and over again, and her people are trying to act like it doesn't exist. It seems awfully.
You know, I'm sure that there is some, but like, I'm gonna be fair here. People will get mad for this. People that hate her, but like, I'm sure there is some truth to what she's saying. I'm sure there is. You know, it's not like she's just full on always evil and always wrong. Like, I'm sure there's some reason to be righteous, but then it's like you ruin it with your reaction and your behaviors that just like cancel out the sympathy that people would feel for you. She sounds like how Grace was sound. No, XP. Let me show you, XPP. Let me show you who Grace is gonna sound like in 10 years, okay? This is who Grace is gonna sound like. Oh my god. I can never find this channel. With all the cigarettes that Grace smokes, dude. Ooh, my computer fan is heating up big time. This is who Grace.
What though? I mean, wait, she. Oh, is it the other? Don't pay no attention. Oh.
If she ever speaks. Hold on.
Yeah, it's 804 and
here we go.
state and covers cases, but with her fucking.
this is what Grace is gonna sound like in 10 years, okay? XP, ready?
It passes. A garbage ass intro she's got with her fucking non-professional ass. Fucking garbage, little criminal garbage, I tell you.
That's so great. I guarantee you. I'm very excited for that moment. I feel like I'm listening to Queen Bee. Like, I hope people don't get. I'm not even trying to spread shade. I'm not even trying to throw shade right now. But it really has been a reality check that, like, dude, like, smoking. Thank God I don't do it that much, but even so, when my throat is even just sore, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna sound like this in 10 years. Fuck. Sorry, I gotta try and stop. Need to increase my vocabulary.
Keep strong. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. And I'll just keep, you know, and not only that, but we're not done yet. Even when this case is over, there's more to come. There's more to come because they cannot stop this process. You know, I have a right to be heard in two separate courts, totally. In two separate courts. And I will be heard both of them. Just saying. She is a stalker. But she's not just a stalker of me. She does this crap to everyone. She actually believes that because you are on YouTube, she has a right. If you are live, like if I was in a hotel, she literally thinks she has a right to find the hotel I'm at and distribute it amongst people and jeopardize me and my well-being. Their excuse. What's the purpose of that? You know? Oh, really? Nicole Marie, if that's your real name, you don't think adults can be bullied? Would you like me to give you a taste of the medicine that I got? Maybe you should call Deets on the street and see if she was bullied. But she's an adult, right? How about a number of other? What about Bash?
It's not that people. It's like, Betty, you got to be careful about where you're at because that's just what happens on YouTube, and it's fucked. But it's like, generally, there's always going to be trolls that do that. Unless you're like small enough to where your audience is small enough that You were just lucky enough to not have any trolls in your
Why don't you
audience.
call Bash and ask her if she was bullied? She's an adult. Hell, she's a you know, an elderly lady. Right?
It's the internet. Everybody be talking shit. There is a point. There's a point when someone goes on like a. If somebody does not deserve it, right? Because there's a lot of people who will claim that they're being bullied, but they're people that have done horrible things and deserve the level of scrutiny that they're getting. So it's a nuanced situation, because then there are some people that are unfairly targeted, and it's like, what have they done? What bad things have they done? And if you can't list any and you're just bullying them for no reason, then yeah, that is fucked up. But we don't know the details of the situation. I feel like girls who do testosterone. Yeah, it is. It's either the testosterone, or I was literally thinking that same thing today. It's either the testosterone, women who do too much steroids, or the smoking for 20 years. Yeah, and and it's bad, dude. The voice, I was literally thinking about that in the gym today. I swear to God, I was like, dude, because I was thinking, I'm like, I wonder if Queen Bee is attractive, and then she doesn't show her face. This is how much Queen Bee has consumed my fucking life, dude. But I'm like, I wonder if Queen Bee is attractive. I'm like, I've seen some just on the sense that her voice is not. I'm going in too hard on the voice. I need to stop. I'm gonna make enemies. It freaks me out when I go to bars in these college towns and they sound like 50, but they're 23. Yeah, it throws you out, because I've seen some chicks who are bodybuilders and like these steroid videos, and they're really, really hot, and like you wouldn't even expect it, because some of them are like they did it in the past, and they don't even do it anymore, and now they sound like that. They sound like almost like transgender. Okay, you should probably get offline then, Joe. You should probably get offline.
I mean, I heard JLR trolled somebody to death. So what do you mean? Allegedly. So what do you mean? Adults can't be bullied. If adults can't be bullied, then email me your first and last name and your address. Let's put it to a test. Put your money where your mouth is. You know? That's what I'd say. Put your money where your mouth is. It's so easy to say that you can't be bullied when you're not being bullied.
I feel like there's a lot of legitimate reasons to go after Betty, and I'm wondering if she's one of those people that just like calls it bullying when it's just actual good criticism. I don't know. That's why it's so I'm like annoyed that nobody has made. I'm annoyed, but also I'm like, okay, there's a gap for like me to do this, I guess, and I can be the one that makes a video about this, but it also sucks having to be the first one to make a video about this, where people give more context to the shit, you know?
Well, Crystal, you can say it's frivolous all day long. Oh. Gotcha, Crystal. Well, you need to be a little more clear when everybody was in there peeing and standing up, could see all of his junk.
What? Yeah.
Do you think that's appropriate? I bet you're one of those sick people that are on the trashy side of YouTube, if that's okay for you, but for the rest of...
Okay, let's see. Is there anything else? I think that's all that I have to go over for now with Betty. That's really the main stuff that I found. So, yeah, we're gonna have to dig a lot deeper. I think I'm gonna have to go on Twitter to kind of figure this out more and just dive through Cheesy Wheezy's channel on my own time. But I'm like, wait, let's look up real quick if she's on Kiwi Farms. I feel like she's probably not, but Kiwi Farms does a great job of... She's I'm 90% sure that she's not, but let's see. Ay. The Thorpe family. Bullhorn Betty. Let's see. Please, God. Ooh! Oh, let's go! Oh, let's go! An outside observer because I found Ava interesting. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, now I feel kind of bad. I'm like, yeah, of course, there's more to life than this, but it's like this is the shit that gets me by, man. I don't know. This is the shit that entertains me and distracts me from the hardships of life. Wild intro. Okay, dude, this is awesome. I did not think she would be on Kiwi Farms. Okay, hold on. Now I was about to end the stream, and now man, I need to make dinner, guys, but I can't. It's also in the Bullhorn Betty hate. So there's a Bullhorn Betty hater community ferociously criticizing Betty's criminal history when she steals from blind elderly women. Okay, so they're talking about somebody else. Okay. I didn't even realize there's a Bullhorn Betty hater community. But if there's a hater community, there's usually a reason for it. Okay. Girl World Hater Nation discussion. I don't want to put it past. Let's see. Another deleted stream. I don't know who most of these people are. Girl World created. What is Girl World? Does anyone know what Girl World is? There have been YouTubers and e-celebrities murdered, stalked, raped, not to mention people, the streams themselves, grifting, child abuse, stalking, harassing people. Bullhorn Betty. Yeah, Bullhorn Betty she is kind of in the same group as Johnny Somali. Seems like. Not nearly as bad. No one is as bad as Johnny Somali. Okay, what is Girl World? Hater Nation is a loosely connected group of YouTubers who make reaction videos targeting other YouTubers, usually obese women. What a niche community. Yeah, I'll make dinner in a little bit. Does anyone in chat know what this is? Joe, you're fine, Joe. Oh, my camera. My camera! Hold on, let me switch my camera. I need to get an external battery pack. There we go, we're back to low quality. Kiwi has all the tea. It does. She covered Foodie Beauty. What the fuck? Oh god, guys, these sectors. I'm like, it's crazy to me that there's like sectors that are like as intense and crazy as the Thorpe stuff, but like in the HFF stuff, but you'll never even know about it. This is so confusing to me. Oh god, there's not really much that's good. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can ask ChatGPT, because I think that ChatGPT has Kiwi Farms data. Let me introduce you to Bullhorn Betty, victim advocate or attention seeker. Let's see if this is still up. This might be helpful. This is a Girl World creator. Oh, this person did a way better job than me. Girl World is Yaba's channel. Who is Yaba? Who's Yaba? I don't even know. Dude, wow, guys, this person did a much better stream than I did. This is kind of like putting this whole stream to shame right now. I can't even lie. Oh, we got Husky. What's up, Husky? Girl World is like the Krama community, but with Foodie, Beauty, Naked and Laughing, Amber Lynn. Okay. So it's like drama. So it's like drama meets critiquing obese. Like, is it people that like initially started because they're like critiquing the fat acceptance movement, and then it turns into drama within the people critiquing the fat acceptance movement? That's what I'm gathering. Yaba ranks. Okay. This stream is way better than mine. You guys should go and watch this if you want to learn about Bullhorn Betty. She already has more fact. This is like literally my research streams are like the laziest. It seems like she has a whole docket. If you ever see something from me titled research stream, it just means that we are scouring the internet and discovering something together. So I don't have a docket or anything like this chick does.
Brian Laundrie in that situation. This is her at Brian Laundrie's parents' house. This is Betty.
Oh God, the accent. Betty.
Okay.
Okay, Betty got some titties. I'll give her that. Betty got some titties. Okay, Google her felon history. Oh, we already went over that much earlier.
Remember the Gabby case?
That is one thing that I came prepared with. I came prepared with the felony history, with the article, and with a couple of clips from her live today after court.
Sad case, and all these cases is sad, especially when it involves children. They're all sad, but when it comes to children, I feel a certain way about it. Okay, I'm like, if I was these parents, oh my, could you imagine your child is missing? No, that's Molly. Oh, what the hell is that? She's another one too.
The chick's channel is Hillbilly. She did this 7 months ago. Let's shout out this chick's channel. So she's like a girl world person branching out. Oh, she's live right now. Oh, she got 247. She's popping off. Let's see what this sector is. Okay, we're getting a little derailed here, but I gotta see this real quick before we continue watching. She's talking much about Yaba. Yaba. Okay, so we're hearing a lot about Yaba. Yaba ranks. Who the Yaba? So Yaba has a whole orbiting community. Okay, Amberlyn Reed stuff. Gorlet. So yeah, they're just talking. So they just hate fat people. I can't lie. I am known to be a chubby chaser myself as well. So I can't really diss on that. I can't really diss on that. Or on fat people. I don't have an issue with fat people. It is kind of funny, the fat acceptance movement. Sometimes, like that one chick, Virgie Tovar. It is funny when they go to those extremes of like, it's misogynistic and fat phobic if you cut me a small piece of cake. I'll laugh at that shit. A friend of mine got fail doxed as Amberlyn Reed. What? Damn, she popping. Look into Jessica Messica. She covers a lot of girl world. Okay. Notes time. C-Wag's gonna make fun of me for writing stuff down, guys. C-Wag's gonna come and, what are you, a doctor? Okay, Jessica Messica. Girl world. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a bunch of, okay, this is a whole sector. Dressing Yaba. And so is Yaba a fat person? Or is Yaba... What are you talking about? King Cobra. Nikado Avocado. What is their most popular stream? Let's see what their most popular stream is. Ron Rages Against the Machine, Late Night with DC. I'm like, I don't even, this is like a different language to me, man. When you get into these new, I'm like, these new sectors are just so hard to learn. It's like, I would love to one day be the person that can like bridge the gaps of all of these sectors, because I feel like there is so much interesting stuff going on, and to be somebody that could figure out the lore and make a video about it to introduce new people so that they could start watching and enjoying this without being like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, let's go back to her thing. Sorry, I was just curious about. This is hillbilly something lady. Okay.
She's another one too. That bitch. Okay, I'm gonna talk about her too, but this one right here is just as bad. Okay, this is Molly Golightly. I think Betty's here though, ain't she? Quentin Simon. I know what I've got, bitch.
Please come out here and face the media.
Watch him.
And please.
Oh, that's Molly Golightly. Okay, Molly's kind of sexy.
With your son to turn himself in to the authorities, whether you know where he is or not. Can you at least do that so we can move on? Your life.
Guys, her foot's touching the grass. Her foot's touching the grass. She's on the property, guys. She's on the property.
Lots of missing kids out there. A lot of people are in trouble that need this attention. Can I come in? Can I come in?
This is Betty right here, ain't it? Is this here, Betty? They're both blonde-headed, and I don't like either one of them. Okay? I don't give a fuck. They suck, and they ain't doing nothing. They're standing outside yelling at his family. Now, I remember watching this. This was all going down, and one of these two right here, maybe both of them, was in on this big old conspiracy that Brian Laundrie's parents had him hid underneath the house. That's a fact, Targaryen girl. Listen here.
Okay, so this gives some good info. What else do they cover? Because I think this is kind of like one of the main hit points against Betty is like this whole situation of her going and protesting in front of the Laundrie's house. So what else does she talk about? Any points that we missed?
Now here we are. This is on Betty's channel right here. I just kind of skimmed through this one. This is on the Summer Wells case. What did they do? They went Summer Wells. She's missing. She's from East Tennessee. She's been missing for a pretty good while now. They go to the dad's job. I think this is where they're at. He works in construction, and this is.
Let's go. Here we are. You wanted to meet us, Don. Where's you got it on my phone. You want to meet us?
Now she's from Florida. All right, South Reset, good to have you, darling. Now, keep in mind, Bullhorn Betty's from Florida, so she drove her ass all the way up here. And how the hell she didn't get shot? I don't fucking know. But she even went on their, oh, God. I'll have to look for the fucking video. This bitch, okay, because this is local to me, right? Like, it's like an hour away. She drove around on these people's property, was looking in buildings, and all kinds of stuff. I'm just saying. You bring PCs, something ain't internet, but I ain't gonna go up there. Hell no.
Candace, come out and face us. Candace, come out and face us.
Harassing him on his job.
Don Wells is inside that house.
Okay, Don is in there. So I think Don ended up being guilty, right? Didn't X basically turn into 4chan? There's a lot of people that I know originated from the 4chan community, like on Discord, and they have, they're on X now. They do be on Twitter. XP and Joe bonding. XP nice for Joe. Yeah. Jesus, man. Yeah, I wish you a healthy and speedy recovery, man. Holy shit. She's lucky she hasn't done that in a stand your ground state. I'm saying, dude. I'm pretty sure it's in Tennessee. That's got to be a stand your ground state.
Sam, this is your dream job.
You know that the Wells case happened in Tennessee as well.
This is a lot like her, ain't it? She would be good at this, actually, which is not.
Where's all my batteries?
Right, Kate. There they are. Sam only likes to stalk little old ladies from Connersville, Indiana, and sit behind them. She's so proud of this. She put her damn. Whatever.
She's so proud of it. She put her fucking. Oh God.
Public street.
That's Betty. That's Betty, but I hear Molly hollering too. That bitch is there too. Strawberry, watermark your fucking harassment video. I can't.
So, and Molly, guys, if you don't know who Molly is, Molly used to have 100,000 subscriber channel. 100,000. It got taken down for some reason. Now she's back at like she's above 10,000 at least. Bro, I ain't saying anything. I ain't making comment on that, but
We're in the public street. We're in the public street.
They like the confrontations. She just likes the confrontations, dude. That's what this is. This is the exact thing I remember, and I'm so mad that this was before I ever got into YouTube. Because I wish I could. This is all scrubbed from the internet, like scrubbed completely. But there was like these crazy abortion protest groups. They were like extremely like pro-life and super evangelical Christian, and they hated anybody that disagreed with them, and they loved doing abortion protests, and they would live stream the whole thing and get into these tiffs with people, like screaming matches with people, coming at like any woman who was like wearing anything slightly immodest. They would come at her and start calling her a slut and all this stuff. It was obviously just them. It's like they loved the having an excuse to get their anger out and just fight with someone and be a bitch to someone. That's what they loved, the conflict. Like they were addicted to like abortion protesting, and they do it under the guise of like, oh, I'm actually doing something good for humanity, and like but it's like no, you have your own motive. I'm like I believe, that's just my opinion. I think that they do this because they like the conflict. It brings up the views, it brings up the amount of people that are watching it, the money coming in. People love the chaos. They love watching a train wreck.
No, they're at his job site, Oleander. He worked in construction. Obviously, he don't, because now.
Okay, I gotta end this pretty soon here. Damn, I want to watch this. They got a lot. Okay. I have a little bit more time actually.
Hold on. Heather said, did you see the body cam footage of her fighting with her husband? It's on Center's channel. No, Heather, I didn't.
Oh yeah,
I'm new to this.
Center.
And lanterns in her honor. So I thought everybody can come out and pay the respects to Summer Wells and honor her memory, honor her.
Raquel, yes, I have. And she has an extensive criminal history. Heather, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you.
And thank law enforcement for everything that they have done
43.
in trying to.
I thought it was like 46. You sure?
Seek justice for Summer Wells. They've got a long ways to go before this case is brought forward. So we just want to encourage them to keep going and to keep going that extra mile. So I hope to see you guys very soon. God bless each and every one of you. I am here in Tennessee, so I will be reporting back to each and every one of you in the near future. Thank you guys so much.
God bless each. At least 43. Roger, as we know, dealing with Girl World.
What's the point of showing that clip? I don't understand. I might need to go through this on my own. This is.
Well, it's not
a moat. It's a fucking creek, baby. Shit,
very deep. The drop. Oh shoot! I'm about to fall in there. The drop is straight down.
Tennessee is kind of beautiful. I gotta say. Hey Ruby, welcome in. Sorry, I went live at the same time. I feel bad. I didn't realize I was going live the same time as Lol Angels and stuff until I got the notification. And I was like, oh shit. I try not to do that.
So you gotta climb, and it looks like it's about 4 feet. 4 feet down. Some parts are about 2 to 3 feet. But for the most part.
Yeah, like this is out urchin.
Do you guys see that?
It's what we call a branch around here, actually. That's a branch, honey. That ain't no damn trained in that area, ma'am.
Summer Moon, Utah Wells. We are in front of 110 Ben Hill Road. This is the location that she was last seen in. She was seen at her property up at the top. Now, all of a sudden, a new thought came in, and the PI just talked about it, where they are speaking of possible.
That is legitimately a beautiful area. I'm just appreciating the real estate right now. The potential of listen to those crickets. I've been thinking about it. Well, all this talk about Tennessee, I'm like, it's
animal attack. First of all, the reason why I
no shit, Betty. No shit.
Do not believe it's possible for an animal attack is because she was on her property, supposedly, reportedly.
It's like, what's the point? Like, she's playing detective here. Like, she's going and showing people, like, I wonder what the I'm assuming that the criticism is going to be that she is not actually really doing anything and isn't qualified to do it. It's like, Okay, like law enforcement's probably already done extensive searches of this area.
Allegedly, her parents that she was there. And if an animal came out of the woods and attacked her, you would have heard screaming. You would.
Apparently, Betty thinks.
Betty, go on. Go on. Articles of clothing left. You've got none of that here. It is.
You catch running up and grabbing an animal, for example. Ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Shit. Beamed her to Scotty.
Now
Right?
we're back to Shannon.
Beamed her up. Beam me up, Scotty. Right. So, the theory that an animal attacked her, in my mind, in my opinion, does not hold water. Again, whoops, looking for Summer Wells right here. But again, as I had said,
all a big animal has to do is run up and grab a kid and disappear in the woods like this right here. And you're never going to find them. You're never going to fucking find them. Period. Sadly. So now this bitch thinks she's Steve Irwin. Mm-hmm.
This bitch thinks she's Steve Irwin. So, okay, what is her criticism?
Oh, stupid. What is this doing? True. I just curious. Because when I think of a victim advocate, I'd be thinking of people that are there to help law enforcement when they're out doing these searches with water. You know, I don't fucking know, but I don't think it's this. I don't think it's this at all. It's like, fucking no, dude. All right, hold on. Let me see. Where's Heather's click? You just don't think it is either? She might be an advocate.
Yes, XP, but only if we can fundraise to get people to pay for it, because I can't afford that shit. Otherwise, I just went on a trip, but like I'm definitely down if we can fundraise for it. That's just the main thing that we need to do.
In her mind, maybe I kind of thought that too. I also kind of thought that there is some possibly, allegedly, some mental health issues with this lady.
Yeah, that's,
and by that I mean very narcissistic. Nothing's ever her fault. You know, this is like paranormal shows, but with active cases. Yeah. All right.
Dude, I like this lady's channel. Look at this in the corner. That could be a logo for me. I think we're both redheads. We're both redheads, guys. I like that logo.
You know, this is like paranormal shows, but with active.
It just needs the tooth gap, and that could be a logo for me.
Cases, yeah. All right, hold on.
Let's get mega hyped for it, though, guys, for real, because legitimately we have learned from our Vegas trip that Prawn was right. We're gonna do more planning and you know, keep a little bit more. At least I'm gonna try and get us to just have more of an agenda, more things going, not just like drinking in a casino lobby. Yeah, we have learned, guys. We have learned, as how Ruby would say it. Oh, Beth, yeah, guys, don't donate if you only if you have the means. Spend a little extra. This is very sweet of you, though, Beth.
So this is the link that Heather gave us, and I guess this is for Bullhorn Betty body cam footage. Oh, all right. Let's see. We got some body cam footage of Betty.
Don't worry, everything's safe.
Woo, body cam!
Just.
Oh, I think Betty also likes to drink too. So.
Oh, let's go.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You don't have to worry about all that.
Betty sounds a little drunk right now.
Hey, you mind if I come in? Or we talk out here? No, come on in. No?
Video and audio redacted.
About 6 minutes for another jump there. Keep track. All right. All right. Audio redacted. Put in a request for the body cam footage.
Whatever. I'm just gonna kick this back to the side here. So whose gun is this right here? Whose gun is that?
Okay, so Heather says this is her and her ex-husband. She said was abusive. Okay.
Oh, that is the one you brought out. Yeah,
I do too, Amber.
So
is that bad of me that I did that?
How did the gun come into play?
That's one situation. Let me just break the situation down. We're not violent.
If I get it, I'll watch it weekends live. I promise.
So Betty's breaking it down. Betty's breaking it down.
I've heard a lot about that too. Comfort doll, like her mom, enables her a lot too. No, Betty.
Her mom enables her. Dude, we're getting this person has a T on her mom. How is this how is Hillbilly finding all this tea? No alcohol poison people this time, please. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks, Beth. Yeah. I wasn't trying to diss on you at all. Oh, May Prancess was sick for day. Dude, Prancess gets sick every vacation that he goes on, or like has some kind of issue. Like when he went on his content trip to Japan, his back was hurt the whole time, so he was just stuck in the hotel. I'm like, I said in his chat, I was like, Process, if this happens, if you go on a third content trip and that happens again, I'm gonna start to think that you're doing this on purpose.
Do you live with her mom? I'm not sure.
All right, I'm talking to him right now. All right. So it's still just argument? You guys just arguing? What are you guys arguing about?
I'm not even touching her. I'm not finding it. I'm not nothing. Whatever.
Oh no!
Arguing. I mean, but she did hide at mom's house to avoid getting served with a protection or with a protective order recently. Oh shit! Betty got that house in the divorce.
I'm in here not even doing nothing. She's like, the cops are going. You need to get out of here. I want you gone. And I'm like, look, this is my house. I didn't lay hands on her.
Okay, so I think the body cam's kind of a nothing, bro.
So she looked at Google Maps, and in the video with the picture that she had.
Okay, now what's this next?
Betty's probably. It's a little bit about him, so you guys can get familiar with the case, and then we'll take a look at what happened to Betty here. Like,
tonight, the parents of the missing teen.
I'll watch it later, Heather, and pull some clips.
County describe to us exclusively how they feel on day 8.
We already know about the case.
How I feel about it, to be honest, as far as that's concerned. I do find it because I was watching Betty stream the other day, and she was complaining about the Sumner County Police Department and raising hell. She's been doing that too. We'll take a look at it here in a minute. Because they were the ones that arrested her, right? And people were in the chat were speculating and saying some things that, as a chat does, right? Just speculating and wondering what happened. And
yeah,
the biological dad is a moderator for her, and I found that very weird because this dad is there, and he's reading this chat. Obviously, he's a moderator, right? And then some of those chats are like, he's probably already decayed by now, and there's probably nothing but bones. And I was like, what in the fuck?
Bro, what? Oh, she's talking about Seth, the biological dad of Sebastian Rogers, is a chatter and a moderator for Betty. It's all out in the open that her mom enables Betty. We've seen it. Beth Rubel, I really enjoyed you confronting Joy. Yeah, that was, dude. I've been working. I'm. This is why I need to end the stream soon, because tonight I want to clip all of that up and then put it into a video. Because the response, I think that I'm gonna have to pause. I think we're gonna have to end the stream here, and we will resume diving more into Bullhorn Betty, I think. But I do want to address what happened yesterday really quickly with Healthy Family Force. Is I saw today in their Discord. Actually, I might have to just edit this into the video that I'm making. So I'm gonna clip it, upload the video, and then maybe I'll add the response to what they've said since. Because look at this. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what server it was in. They said, okay, it was in my Discord server. Hold on. They say, my pussy. Rich accuses me of being mean to Annette. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? I can't find it now. Hold on, bear with me, guys. I want to get his exact quote. It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. Damn, I can't find it. Okay, let me look in his actual Discord server, unless he deleted it. Let's look at that. Oh, did he? Oh, no, I'm still in it. Let's go. Oh, wait, no, I found it. Ah! Damn it. And I just stopped scrolling. Hold on. Yeah, look at, he titles this stream. Hold on. He titles this stream. Oh, shit. Ava is rude to Annette and insults Joy. All that happened was that I was on stream he knows I don't like it when he brings his Gloria and Annette on stream, right? Because I'm very conflicted about whether or not they can even consent to being on live. So why am I going to be on a live with them that would be contradictory to like my exact issue with them allegedly exploiting Annette and Gloria? So he brings Annette on stream as I'm on the panel, and he's like, say hi, Ava. And I initially put my hand like this to be like, stop bringing her on. I'm not gonna, I don't want to bring that onto my channel, considering my feelings about, not that I have any issue with Annette personally, if it was off stream, right? Like, but she didn't even see that. That's the whole thing, is she didn't even know what's going on. I just put my hands like that and said no for a second. And then when he brought her on camera, I removed him from the screen so that they weren't on my stream and said, hi, Annette, how are you? And that was it. That was it. That was it. And then, wait, what else is... Wait, hold on. Okay, good. My screen isn't sharing. Wait, I don't want to dox the server, because now let's go through the HFF server really quickly and see where he says, oops. Got some rules, main chat. Good morning, Ava. Live from the strip. Where does he say? Oh, here we go. He says, good morning. Joy is pretty upset at Ava. Annette loved live streaming until Ava and Envy made Annette feel like a freak. I'll post a video later. Which is just, he loves weaponizing, because first of all, let's make it very clear what Rich says about Annette. Okay? Because I haven't said anything bad about Annette ever in the entirety of my life and existence on Earth, okay? Not even something like this. But this is what Rich has to say about Annette. So, because the only reason that Annette would feel like a freak is if Rich is whispering stuff in her ear to make her feel like that, right? This is what Rich thinks about it. You turn that down a little bit. He says Annette cannot defend herself. Annette cannot. Oh fuck! I'm sharing the wrong tab. God damn it. He says Annette cannot defend herself. Annette cannot put sentences together. So, by that measure, right? By that measure, that means that the only way that she's understanding if we're making her feel like a freak is if you explicitly explain from an interaction where the only thing that would make her feel like a freak is me putting my hands like that for a second saying no before I said hello, hi, how are you? Is if you went in and did a whole, or whispering in her ear saying that that means something deeper. And also it just proves the point of how can Annette give consent for anything? How can she consent to be on your stream if you're saying she can't even put a sentence together? Oops.
Annette cannot defend herself. Annette cannot put sentences together. And if you ask her a question, she's fucking lunatics. Okay? She's out there. She does.
Says she's a fucking lunatic about Annette. Okay? No, I've never said anything about Annette ever, unless it's positive. Yes. Thank you, Beth. Thank you. Are HFF content, can I farm them? Yes, they are, Darius. I will be uploading a video tomorrow because basically the whole reason that I went on his stream yesterday, and it's members only right now, but there were quite a few people enjoying this burg out is I was like, you know what? I'm going to point out Joy's hypocrisy. And it's so easy to trigger these people. It's insane. Because I just come up and I say, it's hypocritical of you to be accusing everybody of being Ozempic and looking emaciated and super skinny when you're describing yourself. And frothing at the mouth. It is, Darius, I have a whole list. I have a whole list right here, Darius, of things that you can say to very easily get a huge freak out, spurg out. You just got to question their narrative. That's it. Rich, Annette is a lunatic. Ava, protect Annette. Rich, Ava is so mean to Annette. Please post Jedi Ava. Yeah. Healthy family froth. Yeah, this is what I did. This is what I did yesterday. This is what I made yesterday for the intro of my stream. I'll show you guys this real quick. Hold on. Darius, if you're still here, you have to watch this. Hold on. This is legitimately, they make videos exactly like this and have no reasoning of accusing celebrities of being on Ozempic aside from like, and it's like, if you make, because then when I confronted her about it, she did give more reasoning, but I'm like, you didn't give that in the video. It just looks like you're accusing people of being on Ozempic because they lost weight and they're a celebrity.
Hey everybody, it is Jedi Ava here, and we're just in the bathroom cooking up some beef, and I do have 15 days sober today. 15 days sober, and I was just looking at some old photos of Jedi Joy, and I was thinking that her face really looks quite hollowed out there, compared to what she used to look like. She's definitely thinned out. I've been pocket watching, but it's weight watching, I've been watching Jedi Joy, and to me, it seems like the only explanation is she has to be on Ozempic. I don't know about like diet, whatever, throw all those factors out the window. She's definitely on Ozempic.
Yeah. The devil wears plaid. But what else was I gonna go over? Oh yeah, and I was also gonna show this. This is how Rich constantly weaponizes. He uses Annette as a weapon against people. He'll say, "Oh, well, you're actually shaming Annette." Because he uses her disability against people. And he says, anybody who is rude, anybody who doesn't agree with him, it's because they disrespect Annette. And it's that, what exactly did he say? Let me look at this again. They make Annette feel like a freak. If they ever say, you know what, hey, I think I have conflicting feelings about you bringing this person on my stream that cannot consent, does not mean that they are a freak by any means at all. At all. It just means that you're considerate to people with that you yourself, Rich. You yourself say that.
And if you ask her a question, she's fucking lunatics. Okay, she's out there. She doesn't know what's going on. If you say the house is burning down, do you want to leave? She'll probably say, no, I'm staying. You don't understand.
And you're saying that while she is in the house and you're in the bathroom, and she can probably hear you too. So it's not really adding up, that argument. It sounds like maybe you're the one that's making her feel like a freak, Rich. Just saying. Because look, then he weaponizes this. He walked past the woman and she said to him, thanks for holding the door. very clearly not directed at Annette. She was pointing out how shitty of a person you are, Rich. So a woman does something to offend Rich, right? And then he says, I'm going to use Annette as a weapon to make this woman feel bad and guilt her. Watch this.
Good job. Good job, Nanny. Thank you so much. Did she get it? Is that all good? Thank you. Good job, Nanny. Great job. Well, we have there's a couple of the old moderators.
Wait for it.
That we used to have here. That we
Wait
had
for
to
it.
get rid of them. Hold on.
Like, he's so mad at this woman for the fact that she called him on his bullshit, and now this is what this little manipulator does. Ready?
My sister suffers from schizoaffective disorder. I am so sorry that she walked past you. I'm coming here to apologize for her rude actions. No, I'm trying to take care of her.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you could just in the future not be so rude around my sister because she's very traumatized by people like you.
And she literally said, she's like, yeah, I said it to you, Rich. I said it to you because you were being rude.
I could tell there was something going on with your sister because I have a nephew who's disabled, but you could have said thanks or given me a smile.
Because I didn't see you. That's why you're rude to my sister? Because
She wasn't rude to your sister. She wasn't rude to your sister. And you also say this about your sister, that she has no idea what's going on and that she's lunatics, right? You say she's a fucking lunatic. And she has no idea what's going on, but she's perceiving some woman that was saying something to Rich as being rude to her. The logic is not logicking, Rich. It's not adding up. So there's our little teaser of the HFF video that will be coming out today or tomorrow, depending on how late I stay up tonight. And she's outside unattended as he films her. I mean, she's fine being like, because she's not, when he says, oh, she's just this lunatic that doesn't know anything. She can be alone. She goes on walks and stuff like that. It's like, it's just, yeah, it's just like his logic and the things that he says doesn't make sense. And it doesn't add up with all of the arguments that he throws against other people. Annette loved live streaming until Ava and Envy made Annette feel like a freak. I don't think that she loved live streaming either, Rich. I know that you struck down my video, right? But wasn't there that one time when, what was it? Joy lectured her for like 10 minutes straight saying, this is your job now. This is what you have to, when Annette didn't want to go live. Nothing ever adds up with these people. Nothing ever adds up. When Joy got so upset with Annette, because she didn't want to go live. She was in a bad mood. And she said, this is your job. And lectured her and said, Gloria gambled away all the money and you got to do this because we're making the money now. Oh, yeah, her mom's definitely smarter than her. Can you recap what went down with Courtney at the storage unit? Yeah, I need to edit that together and post that video too. So hopefully we get that done tonight. I think I actually might put that out first before the HFF thing, because the HFF thing will be continually developing. I am sure that he will respond to the things that I've said in this stream, because he's always watching. He's always lurking. He's obsessive as fuck. Hi, Rich. So, yeah. Basically, what went down with Courtney? You'll just look out for the video, okay? It was kind of a nothing burger, but it was also very interesting. Like, there wasn't anything super crazy that happened, but it was interesting to see their dynamic. And then I also wanted to say, Save Humanity. She nearly timed out her entire chat today. Are you serious? Bitch, what did I miss? What did I miss? Why am I not recapping the Joey visit? I feel weird talking about... When they bring the underage kids into it, I try to not show them I saw the Best Buy stream, and that's the most recent thing that I've seen. Oh, hey, Doodle. Welcome in. Hold on. I was waiting her last stream recapping you guys. It was not the storage one you did yesterday. Wait, what happened today, though? Grace streamed Courtney while at the unit. Grace tried to play mind games. Courtney didn't fall for them. Ben lost his shit. Yeah, you were much better at summarizing than I am. I didn't see as much of the Ben losing his shit part, though. I might have to... She was wigging out all day, like she was uncomfortable that he got the attention she usually gets. Really? God, there's too much, guys. There's too much to watch. There's too much to do. I don't know how to keep up with all of this. I want to dive more into Bullhorn Betty. Okay, wait, let's look at this really quickly. Really quickly. I'm suing my parents. Oh, is she finally get manipulated into that? Little brother, teacher chain smoking. Jesus Christ, so much. The whole trio cringe fest. Can't even break 1K views on that one. Oh, it's rough, Grace. It's rough. Chain smoking. So what is the best one out of all these where Save Humanity? Oh shit. Oh, I'm not even fucking... here we go. She got upset she had to pay for a $10 arcade. How do you know 5 Iron? Jeremy, nobody has respect for you already. Your opinion does not mean nothing.
Oh, I don't have the... Oh, okay. I don't have the widgets. What? Web.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
The situation is that Ben wanted to look like he was cooperating with the courts, and they acted like it was this whole, oh my God, we're doing you a favor thing. But in reality, Ben was very adamant that this needed to be done because, I don't know, it's something to do with the courts. I figured it out in the last stream. Kind of.
Chat. Okay, hang on a sec. Chat. Hold on, let me see. Is it still coming through? Bob.
Why is it parents plural? It's just clickbait.
Stuff. I don't think she could point to. What the hell did you guys get?
The fact that they're doing this while Joey is in the car is fucking insane, man. Insane. You're doing this drama of I'm gonna sue my mom while your little sibling is in the car, and like you literally stream your entire hangout with the little sibling that you probably haven't seen in ages and don't spend any quality time with him. Yeah, they blow through the super chat because they have hella money. They made like $3,000 in donos the other day.
What in the fuck is going on? Okay. Okay, I'm out. Only fake answers or not factual answers. Welcome. Have a good night. Okay, bye, Truth Seeker. Everyone knows that suing your dad is a scam. If you win, he just keeps the money, obviously. Well, you can say that, but I'm just going to pursue the legal process of this. My dad told me that, he's told me many times, suing somebody doesn't have to be a big deal. You know, if you can't pay your mechanic. All right, it's good. It should be good.
That's such a white people way to think.
Yeah. 83. Oh, you paid for the gas inside?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Did you fill up?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
My bad.
I did. You want from each of them? Between $8,000 to $10,000 is a rough. You paid for storage.
Yeah, she doesn't. She knows this is bullshit.
Actually, $8,000 to $10,000, and yes, they owe me about 16 to 20.
They owe me. Your dad gave you all the money.
Between.
Bro, I'm like, they're in lunatic. See, if that Rich video was describing the Thorpes, I would be like, yeah, they're in Lunaticville. I have no idea what's going. It's literally been a year over a year of Grace saying, I'm not suing my mom. I have no probable cause, no evidence, no reason to, that would actually pass in court. But she's finally been bullied into it, I guess. But it's probably just a bit for stream at this point. They're not going through with that. She made Joey be the camera guy, read chat, and hold her purse. She's just doing, she does what Ben does to her with everybody, man. Just making him like her little butler. They had to let her in, but there was no reason for it. Yeah, there's some legal reason why Ben, I'm really, really bad with legal stuff. I didn't completely grasp it, but there is some motivation that Ben had to look good in the court's eyes, that they were very stressed and did want to do this. No. Reading their, dude. They shouldn't be on the internet. They shouldn't even be on the stream in the background. Like this is the most degenerate. And it's like, imagine reading that stuff about like your family, because it's like there's going to be haters in the chat, and you're reading stuff about their family. Yeah, Kick does suck. I actually feel bad for him because I don't think he's the worst person to say. Oh, you're talking about Jeremy. No, Jeremy is hella funny. He's hella funny, but he has his issues, you know. And I don't think that you're dumb either, Jeremy. But, like, I don't know if you're really respect-worthy. Just to watch them all, I want to know your thoughts. She's a fucking villain. Oh, God, okay. I'll try to. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, everybody that sat through this whole thing. Thank you for anybody that donated. And you are all deeply appreciated. Love ya. It was Kick. It was her phone. The consequence. Oh, Grimace. Sorry. Yeah. Rewatch gang. I'm not going to make this one members only, though, because there's no copyright infractions. Woo! Bye, guys.